Hello, everybody. Uh, Download here. I live. Crazy to see for some of you, but yes, I live. I've just been incredibly burnt out on Fire Emblem. I don't know, I think part of it has to do with the draft races. The draft races are incredibly taxing, I guess you could say, when it comes to my enjoyment of things. But yeah. Oh, let me say hello first to everybody. So, hi Orion, hi Luis, Eduardo Lopez Delgado, hello Chaboy Chowder, hello Art Now, hello Callum, hello Brand, hello Cristiano, hello Nameless. So, yeah, the gist of it is I was incredibly burnt out on Fire Emblem, and now I'm a little bit better, and I want to get back in with something simple. So, oh, I don't think there's desktop audio. Hold on. That's weird. Oh, I think it works now, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll be playing FE6 Eckesachs, or as I like to call it, ZEPHIEL mode. It's a pretty cool hack. It's a pretty cool hack. I've played it a little bit, not on this computer, I usually play it on my laptop. Or rather, I played it a little bit on my laptop when it came out. I played like the first 7 chapters or so. But that's been a while, and I think there's been a little bit of rebalance since then. The story is changed, so I will read it. However, I don't think this whole scouring thing is changed. And I don't think this is changed either. Yeah, so I'm gonna skip that, but going to chapter 1, I'll actually start reading stuff out. Hello, Chaboy Chowder.
Boss, they've all hidden themselves inside the castle.
Good. Even Eliwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, is no match for an illness. Should not have to exert himself. We will deal with whatever they throw at us.
Still, can't believe they're here. Though for sure Arfin or Laos would get hit for this place.
Everyone did. I think that's precisely why they've come here. At the same time, that must also be why there's so few of them. They couldn't have snuck a grand legion all the way here.
You're right, boss. I think we can do this.
Stay focused. Do not forget who our foe is. Byrne has the strongest warriors on the continent. This won't be easy. Alright men, listen up. Defend everyone in the castle.
Looks like the battle's gonna start real soon. Works for me, I'll just slip by and go pay the locals a visit.
Lord Eliwood, Burnese forces have been sighted in the vicinity. I expect we will be under attack before long.
They are attacking us first. Blast it. Were I not in this pitiful state, I would take care of them all myself. We'll have to rely on the mercenaries. I can only hope they will suffice.
Lord Eliwood!
Elena, you must hide yourself. This castle is going to become a war zone.
No, my lord, I can fight too.
Don't be absurd. I couldn't face Hector if something happened to you in my own castle.
My father? But...
It's going to be all right. Roy should be here any moment, so we just need to hold our own until then. We'll drive off these bandits, or forces, or whatever.
Perez, what is the situation?
A band of mercenaries have sorted to meet our vanguard.
How about the Marquess? Has he come out as well?
He's inside. The reports of a crippling illness plaguing him must have been correct.
It makes no difference either way. I have waited a millennium. My strength has recovered and it is greater than ever. I can feel it.
Of course. I may continue. The Princess of Ostia is apparently inside as well.
Thank you, Perez. Shall we commence our attack, Your Majesty? Yes, the time has come.
Narshan has yet to arrive. Will we not wait for him?
We will lose the element of surprise if we linger here for too long. Besides, it was Narshan's suggestion to sneak into Faroe through the mountains. He would not dare shirk his duties after roping the king himself into his schemes. He will arrive soon, I hope. Enough. Forget Narshan for the time being. I shall ponder on a fitting punishment for him later, but the battle comes first.
Your Highness, shall I deploy the dragons?
Of course not! Have you not been listening, little girl? We have no need for your feeble war dragons. I am here.
Shall we take point then?
Indeed, let us go. Our target is the castle. Foray falls today. I know this might sound crazy for an FE6 ROM hack, but what if you played as Eliwood's son? That would be fucking crazy, man. I don't think that'd be doable. Oh, you know what? Normally I'd pick green color, but we're playing the red units, so... Yeah, let's go over the units. ZEPHIEL? You may look at this and think, wow, he fucking sucks. And he can suck if you get a little bit unlucky with levels. But he's still better than Roy, I find. He gets the Claymore, which is quite a bit stronger. He's a lot more tanky than Roy, even like just with the HP. And I don't think he's particularly bad. Murdoch will be our Jagan, and his growth rates are not particularly good, if I recall correctly. But he was always still very, very useful, and the Tomahawk is incredibly good. And he comes with Ice Affinity, same as ZEPHIEL, so double ice is gonna be really good. We get Idun. She's kinda like Sophia, I guess. Capt Khan, yeah, he's a big boy. Which also means you can't really rescue him. We got Brunya. I think she's faster than Lilina, maybe a little bit akin to Lou in the base game. We got Perez, a veteran sorcerer of Burn, one of Murdoch's best commanders. I think he's pretty strong, but not very fast. Then Jan, the final surviving true dragon of the Dragon Sanctuary. Comes with a Firestone. I think his growths were pretty good, but as you can see, he gets most of his stats from his Dragonstone, which is infinite use though, to be fair. And in this hack, Manicheets can promote. They can promote into War Dragons, I think. Let me check the descriptions. The mighty king of Burn, a talented and gifted genius. The head of Burn's Wyvern generals, ZEPHIEL's lifelong retainer. The Dark Priestess seeks to liberate the world by ZEPHIEL's command. And one of Burn's Wyvern generals, steadfastly loyal to ZEPHIEL. Don Perez. El Brando Don Perez. So, there's a couple of, let's say, unusual things about this hack. There's a lot of, like, quality of life features. I'll just do this, and I think Jan can... So, I'm not quite sure FE6 which plays ZEPHIEL, this Ironman is going to be easy. Well, it is adjusted, the story is adjusted, the units are adjusted, so it's not just, you know, you kill everybody. They're here. Hold fast, men. I will protect the castle gates. Yeah, as you can see, Murdoch can be hurt by these level 1 mercenaries. It's not quite accurate, because hey, it needs to be a fun game first and foremost, right? Dragon, my beloved. So yeah, he can take it. Murdoch is really good. Especially for the beginning, he'll be really nice. So, the way supports work in this hack is a little bit different than normally as well. All support conversations, like, there are no support conversations, rather. It's completely just... You know, you go there, you get support points, support activated, done. But you do have additional event talks. Oh, amazing. Which do not give you anything, it's purely flavor. But, you know, they're there. We love a non-Lonnie Manakete unit. So fucking true. So unbelievably fucking true. Actually, looking at this, maybe I shouldn't have put Idon there. I'm a little bit out of practice, as you can see. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Sigunis, what Thea is in the early game? Yeah, the villains were based all along. That's pretty much this... Pretty much the premise of this, yeah. Murdoch is really putting in the weight here already. Much better than Marcus, some may say. But Marcus is peak. Are you going to get Kel with the Ruined Sword? Yes, you get him eventually, I think. I'm not quite sure how the growths are. Do they have support? So as I just said, there are not support conversations, but you can activate supports. They just don't have any dialogue. They're purely gameplay. But there's events, like talk events, throughout all the chapters, which give you flavor, so... Indirectly, you have supports. What is in the houses? I can check it in a second. I just need to get rid of this guy. Probably with the highly accurate Dragonstone. Something about that dragon looks off. I don't know what it is. It's like the legs at the bottom there. I guess why the creator didn't wrote them is because FE6 is poorly coded and one mistake breaks the ROM. No, you can do it. There is two reasons I can think of why he didn't do it. The first one is... So, when you... This has the hack or the patch rather, enabled that gives you, removes hard mode bonuses from player units, which I really like. But that patch has a side effect that if you put it in, you can't see the support combos anymore. Or you can't edit them anymore. It's something weird, right? I remember having to fuck around with it as well when I played, or when I did my hack, rather. And, what am I gonna say? And the event-based approach just means you have to write less dialogue in general. Alright, let's see what's in those houses. Are you knights going to the castle? Oh, Elamine, don't kill me! Elamine, I guess is how you pronounce that, right? Don't kill me, please! Here, take this, it's all I have. Just spare my life, I beg you! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Evil maxing right here. Let's try to spread the damage out a bit. So I don't have to use as many vulneraries.
You guess what? We'll never yield to you invaders from Bern. Never! What, did you expect me to say something else?
What? No money?
Listen, if you want to do well in battle, you'd better use terrain wisely. For example, if you're in a forest, the trees will cover you. That'll teach your enemies who they're dealing with. Yeah, I'm helping you. I don't like the Marcus one bit, you see. He says I gotta pay taxes. Whew, I say. Give him what for?
I fucking hate taxes.
So pissed. Do I even have... Okay, I do have some vulneraries. Nice detail. Yeah, the story and the dialogue are completely changed. It's pretty nice. difficulty is also pretty good. I remember it being around as difficult as FE6. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on what part of the game you're at. Yeah, that's a ZEPHIEL level. I'm not quite sure who I'll use. As always, I'll just... Okay, wow, somebody wants to be used. I'll just, you know, give units a try, see how they level. If they level well, I'll keep using them. If they don't, they don't. It's as simple as that. And I'll try to build a support with ZEPHIEL. Also, ZEPHIEL has the convoy here, it seems. Which is... I mean, that by itself makes him better than Roy, I would say. Early game in Eckesachs was easier in my opinion. I remember chapter 7 still being relatively hard, but yeah. Should I turn animations off or on? Let's see what... Okay, you know what? Let's let Idun chip. I think that's a level for her. It's kind of nice that you have unique palettes as well. Okay, let's see. Speed? You know what? I'll take it. Can Murdoch tank chapter 7 enemies? No. His stats are not that different from Marcus. Keep them on. Okay. Let's see what's in this one.
Out of my house!
Wow, how nice of her. The same creator also made FE8 Darkstone, which is the same concept, but for FE8, where you play Luon instead. But that one even has custom maps and a completely custom story as well. So that one's even more well made, but that's just very hard to do in FE6, because FE6 is held together by duct tape. Wow. Not a single dodge. I'm gonna try to use Murdoch, I think. I remember last time, I mean, he's in a similar spot as Marcus, where technically he shouldn't be good, but I find that he's always just good enough to stay really useful. Edited maps? Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I? For Darkstone. I think the maps actually might be a little bit changed here as well, but it's only very minor changes. They removed most of the ambush spawns too, but not all, because FE6 magic. You said fully custom. Some of them are fully custom though, I think. There's a couple which are fully custom, but most of them are edited, you're right. If we're going by
Actually,
rules here. No, ambush spawns, bad game. No, here's the thing. He couldn't remove all the ambush spawns, which means that you'll think there's no ambush spawns, but then there will be some ambush spawns. Oh, that's a nice level, I'll take it. It's 500 IQ, bro. You wouldn't get it. Oh, they can already support. Huh. Yeah, Murdoch's really going quite low here, but he should be fine. But I gotta agree, I like ambush spawns, especially in FE6. I'm one of the few people who does like them. I think people who constantly cry about ambush spawn this, ambush spawn that, they're just crybabies. Also, I think my voice is a little bit quiet. Yeah, okay, that's a bit too loud maybe? Maybe like around this? I don't know why, but when I change the volume of my headset, which should just be my volume that I hear, it also changes the volume of the microphone. So sometimes I don't quite catch that in time. When you get the first healer, I don't remember. It's been so long since I played this. I legitimately don't remember. Let's see. I don't want to use the Claymore if I can get away with it. Ah, perfect. ambush spawns are peak, there is no argument. In most, I wouldn't say most. I think people cope about it way too much, because in a good amount of the Fire Emblem games, they're really not that bad. There's a couple where maybe it's pretty bad, but like, for example, Shadow Dragon, they're incredibly predictable. FE6, they're incredibly predictable. I just wish the game would tell newer players something about them. Not where they are, but how they generally look like. Right?
They couldn't take you down, could they? Fair enough, it falls to me then.
There's also more playable characters in this than in the usual FE6, and FE6 already has most of the, I think, okay, maybe not most of the playable units in the series, but it has quite a lot of playable units. Gamers nowadays don't pay attention, I mean, true. You know, absolute YouTube drama call out in a second here, but I've seen Conlad play before, if you guys know Conlad, and that dude plays like a fucking maniac sometimes. Sorry, Conlad, I gotta spit some facts here, you know? He like constantly speeds everything up, even the dialogue, and it feels like a fever dream. It's like, I already, like, if I play on my own, I tend to speed up quite a bit too. But that was too much even for me. Let's give the kill to Jan. Jan? Who is Conlad? He's a cool dude, he does, like, music. He has a YouTube channel as well.
Sorry, I must take my leave.
Nah, bro, you're dead. Bro, you're dead. A dragon just fried you. Okay, still no speed, but he's getting stats at least. Now, a virgin FE6 noob would grind for supports now, but I think that is, as some in the older times may say, incredibly homosexual. So I will just cease.
Merlinus, take Lelina and go, now.
But...
I will remain here and buy you some time. I can manage that much. That is an order, Merlinus. Do it now.
My lord, it has been an honor.
Lord Eliwood, no!
Marcus Eliwood of Faroe.
King ZEPHIEL, you dastard.
Is this truly the best Faroe has to offer? A rabble of mercenaries led by a weakling of a swordsman? You disappoint me, Marquez.
It's all we could muster. You didn't exactly warn us on short notice, your majesty.
Is that all you have to say?
What can I say? Shall I invoke how Faroe or Foray saved your life once? I doubt you even recall that.
Indeed. Indeed I do not, Eliwood. Murdoch.
Roy, it's all in your hands now.
The battle is over, King ZEPHIEL. What comes next? Arafin. I hear the forces of Lycia are gathered there. We shall strike before news of what has transpired here reaches them.
Very well, my king. If you'll allow it, I shall inform Gal of our intentions. I will have him and his men meet up with us en route to Arafin.
I have no objections. Do as you say.
Shall I deploy the dragons, your highness?
Bah! What need is there if this is the state of Lycia's armies? Keep the dragons ready. We will deploy them in due time.
Yes.
This is it. The beginning of the end for Lycia.
Based on Let's Stream High Anime Lord, how's this hack so far? It's pretty good, I've played it before. Partially. But it's been a while.
Roy.
Lady Lelina, what a relief it is to see you.
Thank goodness, Lelina. I received my father's message. I was beside myself with worry. Alright, stay back. We will make for the castle and...
Roy, I'm so sorry.
Lord Roy, it is a tragedy. Byrne has invaded Faroe. The castle has fallen.
No. No, don't tell me.
DeMarcus! Where's DeMarcus?
He stayed behind to buy us time. It is only thanks to his sacrifice that we have survived. Forgive me, Lord Roy, I should never have left.
Lord Eliwood, I cannot believe it. Burn.
Black-hearted fiends, you will rue this day. Yes, I will grind for supports. Yes, I will taint. You, my friend, are a homosexual. Being able to dunk on Roy is reason enough to play this. Oh, this hack is pretty good. There is a small village on the border of Foray and Burn. This is where ZEPHIEL is to meet Gal and his subordinates. Just east of the village is a small castle occupied by Ostia's forces. Leading them is a veteran knight in service to Ostia for many years. As news of Pharaoh's fall reach Ostian ears, the flames of war lit up again. I wonder who that is. Grinding for support is completely valid in FE6? No. You can just place units next to each other while you move and, you know, think about it while you do. Are there gameplay improvements? Yes. I will mention them when they come up.
Sir Oswin, I bring dire news.
Dire news, but the campaign has not started yet.
It's Pharaoh, sir. It has fallen to the enemy.
Dire news indeed. Do we know of any survivors?
Marcus Ellie was one inside when the enemy breached the gates. I'm afraid it would have been impossible for him to make it. There was no sighting of Lord Roy, however. Perhaps he did not return home in time.
Given the circumstances, we had better pray he did not. Lord Eliwood dead. Blast! Lord Hector won't take that well.
Sir, they will most likely come through here next. Your orders?
They cannot be allowed to reach Arafin. It will be a catastrophe if they strike our armies before they assemble. I will remain here with my troops and hold them at bay. Please, make for Arafin and relay the news to Lord Hector.
Yes, Commander Oswin. I pray luck be with you.
Can't wait for ZEPHIEL to Eckesachs all over the place, true?
Here is Gal, my king.
Well met, your majesty. I was told that you were successful in vanquishing Foray.
Do you have anything to report?
I sent Commander Tick to scout ahead alongside the Etrurians. They should return shortly. I do believe that is him.
Commander Tick, what news do you bring?
Lycia has a platoon guarding this area, even though they should have no reason to expect an attack here.
The Lycian army is led by Lord Hector. He is said to be a talented tactician. It is not surprising that he would not leave such an opening unaccounted for. Won't be a problem. We shall take care of them, then head for Arafin. Where are the Etrurian maggots? I understand they are under your care?
So they are, but I decided to press on ahead with the report. They should catch up momentarily. Worry not, Martel and the Ilian commander are keeping an eye on them. Should they dare dream of switching sides again.
Fair enough. We will begin our advance now. They may join the fray when they arrive.
Sir! By your leave.
Shall I deploy the dragons now, your highness?
No, not yet. Thank you, Idun.
There they are! Stop them here! For Ostia, for Lord Hector, for Lycia! I don't grind anything in FE games besides support in 6 or 7. I mean, there's worse things to stream. Anything that involves grinding is not the Donald way. Take your ass to an Excel blem stream. True? No such thing as taint if it takes 100 plus turns to reach a B support, Lamau. No, I would say that's still taint, because having good and quick supports is an actual good character trait in that case. Like, take Wendy for example. What is the one of the two things that Wendy has going for her? A, triangle attack. B, she has legitimately the quickest supports overall in the game. And if all supports are quick, then why bother? So one of the gameplay changes is Wyvern Knights, weak only against magic and bows. I'm not quite sure if that means magic in general or just wind or air caliber. But Wyverns now have axes, because it's cool. Except every character has 1 or 2 fast supports and then a bunch of painfully slow 1 point per turn supports. Yes, I agree. And that is part of the gameplay. So, Cope and Sneed in Copenhagen. I mean, I can understand why people do it, I just don't think the game is hard enough to warrant it. Gale bros, it's our time. Doing 1 XP dodge grinding is ultra degen behavior. Oh boy, thank god Hanako's not in here. She does that. It's awful. Are axes balanced in this hack, or do they still have sub 60 hit? I mean, axes were always the best weapon type, even in FE6. The hit rates have been improved a little bit across the board from what I've read. I think Steel Axe normally has 55, now it has 65. So I guess so, yeah. Oh, we also got Tick, commander in charge of Burns standing forces in Lycia. This guy is also recruitable in Project Ember, if I remember correctly. And Gale, a Wyvern Rider of Burn, favored by Murdoch. It's also the lover of Milady, if I recall correctly. Yeah. What? No doubling? There's a different guy in Project Ember, same portrait, different armor color. Oh. But I thought that was also Tick. He's comically OP. Well, yeah, because, you know, balance is not something that Project Ember really does. Project Ember is peak? Absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm sorry, Callum. More like Project Weak. Okay. I think I'm gonna send Gale towards the north in a second. Tick promotes to a general, but you can use swords for some reason. Ooh, cool. So far, Andron Saga, Golden Country, and Drums of War are peak FE ROM hacks. I've tried Golden Country, or the country's Golden Morrow, or whatever it's called. The story was completely uninteresting for me. It was the first hack where I actively just skipped the story. And the characters, a lot of them looked pretty meh. And the fact that all of them had pronouns in their bio made me dislike the hack a little bit more.
They should be around here somewhere. Sagoon, check around and find the King's Legion.
Of course.
Sir Martin, was it?
Martel, you hideous crow, it's Martel!
Hideous? How dare you? I am the High Chancellor of...
Was, Rorts. Now you are but a rat. Come scurrying to your betters for protection and benefits.
What?
We are nobles of Etruria. You do well to watch your words with us.
I belong in the Bernese army. Where do you belong? Etruria will never take you again. I suggest you begin pulling your weight. Both of you. Ugh.
Insolent cur! Why I should...
Lord Rorts, please calm down. Forgive us, Sir Martel. We will do as you say. With my horse and Lord Rorts' armor, we shall prove useful. Good, good. I appreciate that you see reason. Now go and fight these Lycian mongrels.
I am the High Chancellor of Etruria. I should not have to... Let us bide our time, Lord Rorts. Patience will be key here. Indeed, you are correct, Arcardo.
I found your king to the west. It would seem they have already engaged the Lycian army.
Excellent. We join them. Post haste.
Okay, let's get back into it. I'm not quite sure how much I want to use my Tomahawk, but I think using it a little bit here and there is probably not a bad idea. It's so nice for setting up kills. He will be converted to a Project Ember fan, inshallah. No. Project Ember is so bad gameplay and balance-wise, it doesn't even feel like FE6 anymore. Yeah, the best description I've ever heard of Project Ember is FE6 for people who hate FE6. I didn't like the pronoun thing either, but I actually found that the story picks up after the initial 10 or so chapters once you meet the pirate guy. That's pretty much around as much as I played, I think. So, could be, could not be, I don't know, and I don't think I particularly care. what I didn't really like about that hack is it felt very gimmicky. A lot of the characters felt very gimmicky. And the skills and everything. It was okay, there's certainly worse, but I didn't like it all that much either. So, we get Rorts, the former High Chancellor of Etruria, now a servant of Bern. And Arcardo, an Etrurian noble, led the mining operation in the Western Isles. Led by Martel, a bishop supervising the Etrurian turncoat Rorts. And he's gonna be our first healer. And as you can see, 7 defense. Martel is tanky. He is wall. Like, a little bit like Molder, I guess. And we got Sagoon, a unit leader of the Ilian Pegasus Knights. She's pretty much like Shanna, I think. She may have a little bit more strength. I'm not quite sure. Rorts and Arcardo are like Wendy and Trek. No. I think the gimmick are pretty fun and help the characters stand out more. Definitely better than modern FE just being make everyone a Wyvern Lord and stack OP skills. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But, I don't know. It just felt like... Or, like, for example, your characters have growth rates that are, like, I think up to 500% total. And on top of that, you have promotions which give you, like, plus 20 to your stats. Or, like, plus 8 strength or plus 6 speed, which is, frankly, insane. I guess it encourages early promotions, but still, I tend to not really like that all that much. Sagoon has more strength than Shanna for sure. I know she has more base strength, I'm just not sure if she has more growth. What are the growth rates on the units here? The same as the units they're replacing? No, completely custom. I'm not aware what the exact growth rates are. You can look them up if you want to. I've linked the FEU thread in the description of the video. But I don't know, and I don't particularly care, and I don't think most people should care about the growth rates of the characters, especially on the first playthrough. Because it tends to cloud your judgment on what characters are good or not. When, like, for example, what's a good example? A good example of a unit that... Oh, Roshi. Roshi in Shadow Dragon. You know, if you take a look at his stats just on paper and compare it to other units, Roshi looks pretty bad. He looks like one of the worst Cavaliers. But in the context of the game, he's actually not that bad. Because while his speed may be low, most people aren't doubling on Hard 5 anyway. And his speed is just enough to never really need to worry about being doubled. So despite not looking that way, he's actually relatively good. And I just feel like taking a look at the growth rates beforehand can really cloud your judgment and things like that. Or you could, for example, let's say you have a unit with worse growth rates, right, than your other units. If you just look at the growth rates, you'll be like, oh, this guy's just worse. You know, this guy sucks. Why would I use him? And you bench him. But if you just use him, maybe you find out that he has a special promotion or he has some other kind of special thing going about him. Is Hard 5 really what you should use as in standard though? Yes, because on the other difficulties it doesn't matter. Hard 5 is not that hard, and in general you want to grade things by the highest difficulty, because like if I play on normal mode, it doesn't really matter if, you know, my unit has 11 speed or 15 speed, they're still gonna double. So at that point, like, why bother even using any stronger units? They're not, like, even your weakest units are way stronger than all the enemies. So you want to judge units by the hardest difficulty, where you really need everything you can get. Like, for example, I think that's how you should balance games as well, or Fire Emblem games. For example, Andron Saga, it was balanced, it was first created on Lunatic mode, and then balanced downwards to make it easier for the other difficulties. And that is usually much easier than balancing it around normal mode, and then increasing the difficulty to Lunatic. I find most FE games are balanced on hard. Well, the thing is, Hard 3 in Fire Emblem is pretty much still normal mode. The enemies are so much weaker that, like, I assumed the difference was not that bad, but it is.
Armored knights have nearly impenetrable defenses, but some weapons like the sword can pierce their armor. They'll never get it from me, though. Ah! No, stay away! No!
I will. What about Chapter 7 of AS? No matter the difficulty, it's still damn hard? Yeah. Shadow Dragon, the remake, enemies are comically hard until you go hard 4 or 5. Yeah. Comically weak, sorry. You're absolutely correct, and that is one of the reasons why I think you should judge it on hard 5. Or at least hard 4. Awakening is a perfect example here, where everyone is useless beside Freddy on high difficulties. Yeah, but Awakening is a special case, because Awakening is just, how do I say this? It's not very well balanced. You know, they just made it pretty much a sandbox game in some regards, you could say. Did it play the village destroyed sound because a red unit visited the village? Yes. That's intended. The getting an item sound is also the sound you get when a unit plunders or steals something from you, for example. Awakening is customizable, yeah. So far, Rorts is doing pretty well. I imagine peeping with skill issue would make Lunatic too easy if they balance the game around it. What do you mean by that? You mean that what if the developers have a skill issue and they balance it around the hardest difficulty, but the hardest difficulty is too hard for them, so they make it easier, and then the game becomes overall easier? I don't really think that's an argument, personally. Because, like, sure, it may possibly be easier, but I think most developers, like actual coders and testers, don't tend to be that bad at the game, especially in like indie stuff. Because people tend to be very passionate. Ooh, nice. But I can see what you mean. I just think you usually get better results if you start on the hardest difficulty for balancing, at least for Fire Emblem, and then balance it downwards. I'll take defense and skill. In FE6, I'll definitely take skill. Let's see, I think Sagoon might be able to... Yeah, look at her. Look at that woman. Look at that woman. Can you sacrifice Sagoon, please? No. Why would I? Well, you have FE hackers who are passionate and FE hackers who are quote-unquote passionate. Well, yeah, but that, you know, if somebody sucks at balancing things, they will suck at balancing it whether they balance it on normal mode or on hard mode or on lunatic mode, because they just suck at balancing things. That's the simple gist of it. Why not? You give me an argument why I should, and I'll consider it. Well, there are certain Redditors who want to quote-unquote balance the game without having any skill. That's true. But in that case, again, it doesn't matter if they balance it around lunatic or normal mode. If they suck at balancing, they suck at balancing. Let's check these houses.
Forts are the key to a good defense. If you're in a fort, you can defend and even dodge more easily. On top of that, your wounds will heal slowly over time. Good luck getting to him, though. Austrian knights are the greatest. Your Bernese will fall soon.
I am the strongest. Gahahahaha. It's funny? No. As simple as that. Arcardo is pretty damn tanky, though. For now, I gotta say. Mr. Ass Card.
I have nothing to say to you.
Amazing. Should I back to your server, Donlot? I don't care, Chilston. I am not your dad. If you want to go on the server, then go on the server. If you don't want to go on the server, then don't go on the server. Consider this, the Sigooners would be mad. No. I don't know who the Sigooners are. I am not familiar with this factionalism. Chowder, you have to bribe Dawnlot. Speech 9000? Okay. $50 and I'll kill off Sigoon. That's all I can offer to you. $50 and dead Sigoon. You really want her dead badly. Arcardo. Oh. FE4 Sigurd solo be like, oh god, I'm Sigooning. Wow, double miss, really? Can I negotiate? Well, negotiate. I'm not telling you I'll accept, but you can certainly try to negotiate. Ah, I love Kefir. No, not my evil Pegasus wife. You gotta, this is like, what's it called? Not betting. What the fuck is it called when you like, put money towards a thing and... Bidding, that's what it's called. You gotta bid for her life. I think Gal better, so how about you kill her for the high price of a cent? Pretty good deal, no? Auction, yeah, but bidding is the word that I was looking for. No, I will not kill her off for no reason. She's actually pretty good. I think she's probably better than Shanna, all things considered. So I will not kill her for no reason. Okay, let me just... I gotta get something for my nose, hold on. Jeez. Nose is fucking stuffed, man. I hate it. Are there ending slides for character... or for character endings? Yeah. Yeah, there are. Can I amend the blindfold Project Ember playthrough to also be a Roy solo? How much for that? No. I actually did a little test run. Even the very first chapter was incredibly difficult. And I think making it a Roy solo would just be boring, personally. So, yeah. Rort's ex-Idon romantic support? No. No. The bidding blade. How about a trial by fire, then throw her into the archer's range, and if she survives, she gets to live? Hold on. 32. Oh, she would... she needs a defense and an HP level. And then I think another HP level, then she would survive. But I'm not doing it. Oh wait, I need weapons. Let's see. Give me 2 iron axes, give me a bow. Jab, I need 1 from Murdoch. Ricardo, another one. Okay, then I want 1 of these for Sagoon. I'll just get another one. And I'll just get a few swords too. Oh, and then I need 1 of these for Rorts, and another 1 of these. And that should just about make it. I was hoping you'd Mangs math. That Archer will 100% kill her. It actually just barely kills her, so... Checkmate Atheist. No convoy? Who's convoy? Zephylus convoy. ZEPHIEL is the convoy. Okay. I think I need to put Murdoch closer, because if I recall correctly, they don't move until you get closer. Oh, I think I want to try building the Rort's Arcardo support. And Idun... I'd love if I have another, like, Dark user. I'm not quite sure who can support who. But I think when I get preps, I'll be able to see it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. As you can see, I think he'll get doubled. But he can take getting doubled, because he's much more tanky than Roy. Oh, never mind. I guess the Iron Blade weighs him down quite significantly. Okay, at this point I don't think I need to waste my Tomahawk anymore. Yeah, but you get doubled. Let's see... I kinda don't like how you get 3 magical users who feel somewhat similar early on, because I mean, who am I gonna use out of these? They all kinda feel the same. Yeah, it's FE8 style convoy. Donald, are you thieves any good in Berwick Saga? Yes. Yes, they are. They are peak. Quite literally peak. Like scene best unit. I probably want to turn Martell's animations off. At the very least. You like the ambush spawns in Berwick Saga? I never minded them. So, I guess so, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. If you hadn't told me that Berwick Saga had ambush spawns, I probably would have forgotten about it already. Ambush spawns, like, I'm just gonna assume there are ambush spawns, and if there aren't, then I'll be surprised, generally. Like, having ambush spawns is the normal thing for me, and not having them is the abnormal thing. And I don't really notice if they're there or not, mostly. Or like, subconsciously I do, because I play around it, but I don't actively look at it. Only Berwick Saga is bold enough to put a thief on a horse, a Chad move indeed. Well, it's Berwick Saga, of course it's Chad. Literally peak. I love thieves. Thieves are so fun in Fire Emblem. Oh, take cells. We suck in blood tonight. Your starting Cavalier in Golden Country can learn to steal. Starting Cavalier? You get a starting Cavalier? I don't remember that. I really don't remember that. Oh, Murdoch kill steal. Oh no. Stefan, the green-haired guy, he has a depth. Was that the Cavalier, the Christmas Cavalier who looked incredibly gay? I think he immediately died for me. Like, I didn't even want to, he just fucking died. Bad Jagan, no, look. We have double ice support. Peak has been achieved. I don't want to spoil more than I should, but Lot and Wade do appear on the aisles. Yeah, I've seen a screenshot. I've screen a sheen shot, yeah, true. I've seen a screenshot of it. This is Sword Calf, you probably got him killed because he's very squishy. Probably.
In the name of Ostia.
What? What in the name of Ostia? Please explain yourself, sir. Okay, I will need some... Oh, I think he still has the Yeah, he has the axes. Hmm. Here. Iron axe with me. Oh. Download has checked the source.
Fact checking.
I mean, I took a look at the screenshots.
The screenshots.
Oh, wow. I don't like that crit chance, though. Actually, Murdoch can weaken him for another turn, and then I'll kill. What's with the hit rates? They're, increased across the board. I think it's like plus 10 hit on all weapons or something like that. Or maybe not on all, and maybe not plus 10 on everything, but they're definitely increased. And I think Gate and Throne Avoid has also been reduced. Osmond became green, it is so over. Yeah, it's only 10 Avoid now instead of 30. Actually, Murdoch should get the boss XP because he is Chat General. You bring up a fair point. It's crazy. Yeah, it is what it is.
Lord Hector, I did what I could. It's all up to you now.
Let's go. 14 XP or something like that. I don't like the affinities. I guess it would be double hit and avoid, but I don't think I'm gonna pop the support for now. Okay, no talks. No disease.
Victory is ours, my king. What a waste of time that was. Thank you, Murdoch. You are dismissed. Gale,
My liege,
what have you discovered regarding Guinevere's whereabouts?
I'm afraid I haven't received any information worth sharing yet. Milady is on it, though I am certain she will find your sister.
The Fire Emblem must be found. Do you understand me, Gale?
Have faith in Milady. Your Majesty, she will not fail you.
I shall take your word for it. Now enough dallying. To Arafin, that we may crush the bulk of Lycia's army in one fell swoop.
Tried to make an FE6 ROMhack without using FE7 characters. Challenge impossible. I mean, they needed bosses, or the creator needed bosses that were playable. So, hi, Sir Daniel's Fortescue. Nice to see you too. Just north of Foray stands Castle Arafin. The armies of Lycia had gathered here to make preparations to strike back at Bern. Hector, Marquis of Ostia and leader of the Lycian League, awaits within. Said to be one of the greatest military minds of Elite, he is Lycia's last hope against Bern. Ostia's knights are mighty and seasoned, but they don't stand a chance against dragons. ZEPHIEL rallies his troops and prepares to deliver the mortal blow to Lycia, that his dream may draw ever closer to completion. FE7 is basically FE6 fanfiction made into reality. Yes, and made strictly worse gameplay-wise.
Lord Hector, dire news!
What? Already?
Ro has fallen. Sire, a Bernese detachment attacked unexpectedly.
Zephiel, you snake. I did not expect you to hit us so quickly. Much less starting with Pharrell. Tell me Eliud is safe.
My sincerest condolences, my lord. I'm afraid he passed.
No, Eliud. Those animals will pay for what they have done. Send word to Osmond. Have him rejoin us. We must regroup and...
Lord Hector, about Sir Osmond. I delivered these tidings to him first. He ordered me to come here. He stayed behind to confront Bern.
And Bern's arrival will herald the fall of another friend.
Forgive me, Lord Hector.
There's nothing to forgive. You have fulfilled your duties admirably. I bid you return to Ostia and inform them of the situation. As for us, we will make our stand here. Our army may yet be incomplete, but they won't best Ostia's finest so easily.
Very well, my lord. Best of luck to you.
Helena, at least you are safe. I know this to be true. Guess you would never have let her be hurt, would you, Hollywood? No, I'm sure you perished protecting her. Otherwise, you would have retreated. Hold fast, old friend. I may see you soon.
Lady Brynja. Ah, one of the Jute, are you not? Kudoko, perhaps?
No, I am Thorol. My brother Kabul stopped by the village nearby to gather intel. Chieftain Monkey has ordered us to lend our strength to your leader. We have traveled all this way that we may do so.
Excellent. Burn thanks you. Warriors as powerful as the Jute's nomads are most welcome among us. Among us! We were about to begin our assault on Erefan. Fall in line and lend us your aid.
Very well. And... oh, and you should find any locked doors or chests. Leave them to me, as Jute nomads know our way around the locks. We are trained in many useful skills. Sabotage, stealth, misdirection, capture, and kidnapping. You get the point.
Alright, thank you. I will keep it in mind if we ever need somebody captured.
Bah, I could melt down filthy locks like those, but not by a sigh. Who needs lockpicks when you can breathe fire?
You fall in line too, Jan.
Grr, filthy human thinking you can give me orders.
All Jute look the same, that's sus. We get Thorol here, a member of the Jute clan, hungry for conquest. So yeah, the nomads in this game can use lockpicks. Usable by Thorol, Kabul, and Damas. Damas? Damas? Oh? Everyone is dead. But Lynn has fat milkers, so all can be forgiven. I think you would get along great with Norian guy. Love how this hack is fanfiction as well. I mean, yeah, but it's cooler. Damas mentioned. So fucking true. Can we get a true on that guy? Let's see. Yeah, so Thorol and his brothers are not particularly strong, if I recall correctly. Let's see, I'll send both of these guys northwards. Oh, I probably should grab some javs. Actually, I'd like to have 2 javs, so I can give 1 to Rorts. Donut says true, can that be sourced? No. Because source, it came to me in a dream. And if it came to me in a dream, it can't be that bad, can it? Okay, I think Jan should be fine here. It's pretty bulky. Bulky Jan. Nice, okay, come on. Speed, please. Still no speed or defense. I mean, he's getting the other stats, but still. Please, sir. May I have little cramp? Let's send... Actually, I think these 2 can manage that. We'll send everybody else rightwards. Jan been lifting for 1,000 years, no time for cardio. True? So fucking true. I think he... yeah, he can take an archer in the forest. System updates available to install. No, I don't think so. Because nothing ever happens. It's gonna be some good XP for Jan, though. Dude doesn't even double a soldier. Look how the mighty have fallen. He's bantuing all over the place. Thank God the Firestone is infinite use. Thank God.
Hurry fast! I'm tired and scared. Is Papa going to be alright? Papa, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's a powerful spellcaster. He won't be defeated by that man. And he's got Lou and Chad with him. But But come on, we gotta run fast and get out of here. Why are Chad and Lou not coming with us? Chad and Lou are going to help Papa out a bit. But don't worry, they'll catch up soon enough. Lou promised, he made a pinky promise. But we'll only worry them if we stick around. Let's go. Okay.
Well. Oh. Roared smaxing. Speed cells can't handle slow chats. True. Speed cells be seething. Speed cells when I get hit twice, but they do 0 damage every time. Maybe I should have grabbed an Iron Lance. Whatever. Moments before tragedy. Okay, let's get some Perez XP. Child murder so soon based. Oh, believe me, there will be child murder. You want child murder, you'll get it. Fucking anti-natalists. Okay, let's see. I want to try to level up Thorol, at least a little bit. Each one of those kids a full level.
You're just walking XP bags, and I'm looking hungry.
Whatever, use the claymore. I think you'll get another one relatively soon. So I probably shouldn't be that greedy with it. If you think this hack is holding back on the war crime business, you're mistaken. They'll happily do it. Very much so. This is literally war crime, the hack. Donald, do you think FE6 balanced 1-2 range weapons by giving them poor accuracy? No, because they're still really, really good. I mean, if we're just going by regular FE rules, then I like what Fates did. I think it was Fates, right? Where you cannot do double attacks with 1-2 range weapons. That's pretty good. But overall I prefer Berwick Saga's approach to it in its entirety, because it has a different range system. It has 0 range, which is I stand next to you and I attack you in melee. It has 1 range, which is I stand next to you, but I attack you in range. And it has 2 range, which is, well, 2 range. Which means that, like, 1-2 range cannot counter bows. Can only counter crossbows. It's pretty complicated overall, but it works really, really well. If war is a crime, then why am I enjoying it? True. Speed cells when the Swordmaster crits for 100th time for 0 damage against the general. So fucking true and fact-checked. Fate's stackable debuff. Stackable debuff on weapons is nonsense. Well, I'm not quite sure about stackable debuffs because I haven't really played Fates much, but if I recall correctly, then 1-2 range weapons can't double in that game, which is the main thing I was trying to mention. Donald, you should play Berwick Saga since you talk about it so much. Well, I am, and I'm gonna continue it. Kaga is so sophisticated. True. True. You know, if Fire Emblem was more like Kaga Saga, we'd be in a better world. Just imagine a world in which Fire Emblem failed and Kaga Saga thrived. World peace would be achieved. Okay, Gale level. Let's see if it'll be a Gale level or a Gale level. Okay, it's a Gale level. They're here. King Zephiel of Bird himself leads them.
An Oswin. Was an honor. Form up 10,000 coins of gold to he who brings me Zephiel's head.
Aye, aye, sir. Berwick Saga is what happens when FE becomes fun. True. FE, very fun. You know, I want to try to use Seguna, I think. She looks very good. 7 defense on a Pegasus Knight? Wee. I bet Kaga is thinking IS turned his beloved series from a complex strategy game into dating sim weep trash. Probably, yeah. I mean, they kind of sold their soul in that regard. I mean, when I think, you know,
You're a commander of an army fighting against the odds in a guerrilla warfare campaign to stop the enemy forces from invading your homeland.
then I don't think like engage workout mechanics, you know? Have you gotten Mangs to play Berwick yet? No, because Mangs is incredibly stubborn. You can tell him something 1,000 times, and if his opinion is that it's a bad thing to do, then he will not do it. But then, if he gets his own, if he thinks it's its own idea, if he thinks it's his own idea, he will usually do it, I think. So if anything, you need to get Mangs to think that playing Berwick is his own idea. And I can't do that. Iron Emblem when Mangs is not busy anymore, I guess. I'm always down. I'm always down, you know? Unless Alt will play it first at this rate, it's so over. Hard act to crack. Yeah, I guess you could say it like that. I mean, he's a busy man, you know, I get it. He's married and all. But... it is what it is. Interesting Lamau. Oh, that's a Chinese name. Would you be so kind to tell me how to pronounce your name? And I can say hello to you as well. I cannot read the Chinese characters, unfortunately. I think they're Chinese characters. They look pretty Chinese. Because I think the Korean ones look a bit different, and I'm pretty sure the Japanese ones look different as well. Minus 50 social credit? No! Just refer to me as Cork. It's a Dan Gun Ron Poly reference. Okay, okay. Thank you for watching, Cork. He's making excuses to not play because too long to play. Yeah, well, that's the thing with Mangs. He always makes excuses that... like, his point is not it takes too long to play. That's just the excuse he comes up with, right? But instead of just saying, hey, I don't like it, it doesn't appeal to me, you know, I would respect it a lot more if he just says, hey, it doesn't appeal to me, sorry guys. You know, that's a... you know, fine. Doesn't appeal to everybody, it is what it is. But I really hate how he sometimes just, you know, makes excuses that aren't even his opinion on things. It's kind of sad. Aw, perfect. Or he just doesn't make a lot of money out of it. I mean, I guess you could say it like that, but if you're only after money. Donald, do you love Mangs? I don't love Mangs. His wife loves him. I think he's an alright guy. You know, we're friends. But love is a whole level above that. That's reserved for Bethany, I think. You can say they are excuses when his hair hurts, he can't do something. True. Mangs just doesn't want to hurt your feelings by saying he doesn't like Berwick. Look, the reason why I am so persistent with wanting him to play Berwick is because, based on what I know about him, I think he would enjoy it a lot. You know, he always mentions how he really likes FE4's story, and from what I've heard on this, like, scale level and on the, like, guerrilla warfare campaigns that you're doing in Berwick, that it's very similar to what you do in FE4 and 5, I guess. And so I think he would enjoy it. From all I know about him, I think he'd enjoy it a lot. But he's just very stubborn and doesn't want to try it.
You're the Bernese army, aren't you? Here, take this and go quickly. We may be occupied by Bern, but we're still Lycians. Just thought I'd remind you of that.
What? Donald, I think you're not being honest with me. I think I am. Get guidance while playing FE4? I mean, yeah, if Mangs is gonna play Berwick Saga, then my idea would be that I'm gonna co-host it with him. Because there's a lot of things in Berwick Saga that are not super easy to grasp immediately, and I found it incredibly helpful to have somebody who knows the game at least a little bit and was able to help me understand some of the mechanics. Because some stuff is just weirdly shown as well. Because, like, for example, instead of just saying, oh, your weapon has 70 hit, it's the hit rate in Berwick shows you 10 divided by, or divided by 10 for your hit rate. Which means that if you have 7 hit rate, it's actually 70. Or I think times 10 is what it was. I don't remember. It's things like that that you have to think a little bit about first to understand, but it makes sense. It's just, it's weirdly portrayed. I think as a full-time YouTuber, you have to be opportunistic. Berwick maybe does not result in many views. I mean, yeah, but he doesn't have to finish the game, you know? He can just try it, see if he likes it. I don't think Idun has had particularly good level ups, has she? I don't think any of these have. I haven't been paying attention much to their levels. But, I mean, he played, what's it called? Stalker 2 recently. That's... I guess it's a relatively popular game, but it's not relatively popular for his channel demographic. At least he tried tiering way back. Yeah, but he tried it in... I mean, he didn't seem to like it, that's fair. So I'm not gonna tell him that he needs to play it. They convinced him Luca was worth recruiting. Luca is worth recruiting. Luca best. Luca best unit. I don't know if you've seen my Tiering Saga playthrough, but Luca was straight up my best unit. He was the boss killer. Luca and what was her name? I forget her name. The pink-haired Pegasus girl. Not Pegasus. Cavalier girl. She was fucking crazy in my run. At least it was funny watching Mangs fail in Stalker. Naren, Lionel, Truther. Naren is so good though that that it's pretty much playing easy mode. Esther, yeah, Esther. My Esther leveled defense like crazy. I looked at her averages. She was like +5 in every stats averages, I think. It was genuinely insane. Oh wait, he doesn't kill here. Ooh. I mean, he doesn't kill in one hit. My Esther is trash. I mean, the growth rates are very low in Tiering Saga, so... sometimes you just get trash units, but... good Estelle. Yeah, good Esther. My Esther was really, really good. She had nearly capped defense, and I did not even give her a defense potion, I think. And as you can see, the creator added a door here, so now you can easily get through here again, which is pretty nice.
I am Kabul, a member of the Jute. I have come here with my brother Toral to join your forces. I stopped by this orphanage to gather some information, but... well, let's just say the owner was uncooperative. I had to silence him alongside a couple of brats that tried to protect him. I'm sure it's not a problem. This is but a demonstration of the power I will wield in your name.
And we get Kabul, a member of the Jute class, hungry for conquest. So yes, this is literally the exact same unit. I think they legitimately have the same growth rates too. These are the brothers that are all the same, like Monkey and his gang. So that's pretty fun. Monkey. Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan? Yep, that's what his name is based off. Oh, look, the Claymore actually does damage, unlike the Rapier. Kabul, oh no. Monkey, ironically, doesn't share the same portrait, different color. True. If Manx cared about numbers, he would become a VTuber and stop playing FE. I mean, he cares about numbers within his niche. You know, I think there's probably a gazillion YouTuber or VTubers who play FE in some sort or fashion. And if you want to watch a VTuber, you're just gonna watch them. I know you kind of were joking there, but still. I'm not sure if Manx could pull off the whole VTuber thing if he wanted to, and I don't think he wants to either. Now this sounds peak. Child murder wasn't on screen. I mean, yeah. You know. No need to put everything on screen. Some things you can just say. I just remember that when I played Iron Emblem, my recruit that I got in chapter 1 ended up capping strength and was like a point away from capping speed somehow. She was insane. Yeah, the recruit was very, very good in that game. Not even because of her growths, because her growths were not particularly good. It's just she had 9 extra levels. Donald, you have to embrace the VTuber meta. Oh no, Donald VTuber arc. Dear God, no. You know, I don't think I could ever be a VTuber. Like, the only way I could see myself being a VTuber is if I make it jokingly. Like, I don't know, I'll be a fucking worm or something. Donlot? Yes. Donlotta with the cat ears? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. The VTuber meta is being an annoying anime girl and being as boring as possible. Download VT from HoloLive? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, defense at least. Someone can animate your profile picture? Jeez. I mean, there's already talking frames of my portraits, so it's definitely possible. Ooh, look, it opens two sides. Or two tiles. Wormlot when? I mean, hell, make me a worm avatar. If you make me a fully able to use worm Dawnlot avatar that I can use, like, for streams, I will bankroll this project. All you have to do is ask. Oh no! What have you done? If you make me a fully usable VTuber avatar that is like a worm with a helmet, that's good, or like my fucking GBA portrait. If you finance that and you get it ready to use for me, I will fucking use it. I think it would be fucking hilarious. I can't promise you I'll use it always, but at least for like a couple of gimmicky videos or streams, fuck it, I'll use it. If you'll finance it, I'll fucking use it. You know, wouldn't let the money go to waste. Call out the VTuber arc. Use it for the finale. Oh god. I don't think you understand how easy it is to set up a cheapo VTuber avatar. Yeah, I don't. I don't. It's as simple as... That's the simple answer. Yeah, I don't. Ooh. I think... if I heal up Rorts... If I heal up Rorts, I think he's fine. Like, my only, I guess, connection, you could say, to VTuber stuff is I know about Pippa, and I thought I would find Pippa somewhat entertaining at least, but, no, I don't particularly like her. I don't particularly like the vast majority of VTubers. And I don't personally watch any. The only two that come to mind that I did not mind was Fillion, but I only watched like YouTube short clips, and the fucking turtle guy, Vedal, yeah. They were both pretty alright. From the YouTube shorts I watched. The VTuber meta is being a boring and generic anime girl. Gura? No, no, I don't like it. Boring. And I think like a good amount of the whole VTubing community, be it the VTubers themselves and also the viewers to a degree, are pretty cringe. My face when one of the few entertaining VTubers was the guy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's entertaining ones, it feels a bit weird to, you know, have these female streamers who look like little anime girls screaming around. It just feels weird to watch. I must say I'm generally, like, I used to like anime a lot as a kid, or when I was younger, but I'm not that big on anime anymore. And I really, really hate anything that looks remotely like a lolly, which differentiates me from a good amount of the anime community, I think. I just absolutely hate that sort of art style, direction, fetish, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's disgusting. It's just another version of what Twitch already promotes, which is just generic girls doing boring stuff. Look at the top streams on Twitch. Yeah, that's a pretty good assessment, I would say. Oh, it's that guy that I injured. Claymore, my beloved. Nah, man, you gotta trust me. If I keep donating to this VTuber with Big Booba on her avatar, I will definitely get laid and make her fall in love with me and marry me and not be lonely anymore. True, true. You don't get it? They have 100 years, they are legal, believe me. Dude, I fucking hate people who argument like that. Yeah, that toddler you see? Actually, in the lore, she's 500 years? So I can be a legal pedophile? No, shut up. Go in the wood chipper. Go in the wood chipper. I don't care about technically. It looks like a child. Go in the wood chipper. Alright, Donald, you want some really wacky modern anime? Watch Thunderbolt Fantasy. Never heard of that before, so maybe I'll check it out. But to my general... The anime I watch and that I really like, my favorite one of all time is Hajime no Ippo, because that got me into boxing. Then I would say Berserk, because that got me into working out. I guess you can sense a pattern here. And then I also really liked Attack on Titan, because I really liked the political aspects of it. A lot of people didn't like it because of that. I liked it because of that. I thought it was pretty damn cool. What else? Beelzebub. I remember really liking that one as when I was younger. And then, because it was the first real anime that I watched outside of like TV anime. And I remember, you know, I watched it as a kid, I thought it was fucking cool. And then, when I was older, I was like, man, it probably wasn't even that good, you know? It probably wasn't even that good, it was probably just because of, you know, nostalgia goggles. And then I watched it again, and I realized, no, it's just a pretty good anime. Thunderbolt Fantasy isn't even anime, it's directed by an anime director. Gen Urobuchi made Madoka Magica and Psychopaths, and it's made in a collaboration with a Korean puppet company. Well, that sounds intriguing. Sounds intriguing, if nothing else. Lock Horizon might be up to your liking. I'm currently watching Gundam, the original Gundam, with Bonnie. And we're really enjoying it. She's a huge Gundam fan. But I'm watching it for the first time. You know, I did not expect to like Gundam all that much, because sci-fi is not really my type of topic, really. Normally. The full Gundam anime or the compilation? No, the full anime. The very first one is... We're gonna watch them all, but we started at the very first one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like sci-fi, right? Normally, I don't like sci-fi. But the minute I fucking saw Gundam, I was like, if I had seen this as a kid, holy fuck would I have loved mechs my entire life. Don't let you have a girlfriend? Not quite girlfriend yet. We're gonna meet up soon. She's from Britain. But we've been talking together, playing games together, and are very... You could say close. And we wanted to go on a concert together in the near future. We'll take a plane to Britain, or I'll take a plane to Britain. I actually looked at it. Believe it or not, plane from my place, or the nearest airport, to Britain would be around 140 euros. To go there and back. And so, if we split the bill, and we make it 70-70, then, you know, 70 euros on a monthly or bi-monthly basis is actually pretty affordable, you know? So, because I think if you're gonna do something long distance, I'm normally not a fan of it at all, right? In most cases it doesn't work out, but, you know, I got to know her character and I really enjoy spending time with her. Fake cell? Yes, I'm a fake cell. I never claimed to be an incel, so I guess I'm a fake cell. It's just Alfred. I mean, the running gag... Oh my god, that's a really good level. The running gag has been that it's just Speedwing in a wig. Like, the people on my server kept saying that as a running gag. It's very funny. But no, I really enjoy spending time with her. She's very smart. And, you know, I've legitimately been fucking... what's it called? Amazed. I remember we played Baldur's Gate 3 together, and there was a section where, you know, I would have just gone through it the normal way, but she had a really, really good idea about how to solve it, and I remember thinking like, holy fuck, that's really smart. And there's been multiple instances like that. And you know, we also played Tekken 8 together. Dude, she fucking kicked my ass a couple of times, you know? She played fucking Tekken 8 better than some dudes I know. She played better than Mangs. Watch out when it truly turns out to be Speedwings. Bro, that would be fucking funny. Speed, nice, I'll take it. Okay. Wow, Hector's actually kind of weak, huh? Played better than Manx, it's not a high threshold. Like the Indian catfish meme. Ding 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 ding. True. I've seen that. I think people have made variances of that meme with me and Speedwing as well before. But yo, actually, you know, people said, oh, he touched grass and found GF. No, I did not touch grass. Quite the opposite, actually. We got to know each other on Duolicious. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's colloquially termed the 4chan dating app or the femcel dating app. And I just made an incredibly unhinged, let's say politically unhinged profile on the app. And I got to talk to some people, and, you know, there were some very, very weird and unhinged people on there. It was very funny. And it was genuinely interesting, I would say. Just to see the kind of people on there, you know? Even if you don't plan on dating, you can just use that app for, like, friendship. And you can come across some interesting characters, shall we say. Like, for example, one of the people that messaged me on there was a Irish girl an Irish girl who was a Mormon, right? That by itself was pretty weird. But she was also trying to explain to me how Mormonism is the true Aryan religion and how Jesus hates minorities. Like, I was like, I'm not sure that's what Mormonism is all about. And, I mean, we stopped talking pretty soon after that, but I was like, what the fuck? That's too much, man. Those great average person in Ohio, but she was Irish, and not like Irish from America. No, Irish from Ireland. So that's the type of people who you saw there, the type of people who are genuinely crazy. Nah, bro, it's definitely not a honeypot. There's probably some feds on there, but so far, based on the amount of profiles, like I've seen some people whose accounts have been deleted like 7 times on there. And hey, I tried it out. I got to know Bonnie. Works in my book. I mean, my account was also deleted recently, even though I didn't really do anything. But I guess it was too unhinged and they just took a little bit of extra time to find it. In any case, highly recommended. Highly recommended. There were some very fun people on there. Just some. I mean, you have feds everywhere. Like... Look, the thing is, there's a lot of people, I think, who are like, oh, I want a based woman. But then whenever they see anything that looks remotely female and remotely based, they're like,
Oh, this is too based. It can't be a woman. It has to be a federal agent or a man.
I think you need to come to the conclusion that maybe you just found what you're looking for. Okay, at least he's getting magic. And we're almost there. Come on, ZEPHIEL. Claymore that fucker. And you know, can you be catfished on those websites? Can you talk to a federal agent while thinking that you don't? Yeah, sure. But can you go outside, walk on the street, and be driven over by a car, and then die immediately? Yes, you can also do that. That can also happen to you. So, if you're gonna live your entire life in fear, then, like, you know...
This will not be the end of Lucia. Even should I fall, another shall take my place.
Yoshikaga Kira? What? If it's something's too good to be true, it probably is. Or it might just be true. You know, both could be possible. But you don't know until you try out, so... Just stop being a pussy. Don't fear the feds, make the feds fear you. True. Hating minority part is correct, that being true Aryan religion is false. I'm not really well versed in that. I was in the wrong tab, oh lol. I just want to live a quiet life. I've seen a good amount of women on there who seem to be the quiet type, who just wanna, you know, be left alone, live on farm, have many children. Seen that as well there. I mean, that's pretty much what I want as well, to be honest. You know, little farm. You know, I've recently visited a friend of mine, who I've known for a long while, but we hadn't seen each other in a while. And his family has a house, right? Like a multi-family house. And I recently found out, he showed me, he has fucking chickens. He has fucking chickens! Like, he had like, I think it was like 5 or 6 chickens in his backyard. Completely legal, by the way. And, like, I got to see the chickens. We fed the chickens, it was fucking awesome. And, like, he explained to me, every morning, he goes out, and almost every day, there are eggs made by the chickens. And I was like, holy fuck. You know, then we ate some eggs. And the eggshells, the chickens eat the eggshells because they're full of calcium. So, it's like an infinite egg glitch. You know? Pollos? Sí, pollos. Infinite money glitch. Legitimate infinite money glitch. I was like, holy fuck. I knew chickens are cool, but seeing them live and seeing just how productive they are, it's insane.
ZEPHIEL, odious miscreant.
Based insults. Really, Lord Hector? I expected better of Lycia's finest.
No more base than your character, ZEPHIEL. So many barbaric acts, and to what end?
One grander than your meager imagination could comprehend.
What does it matter? You will not live to see the end of your injusticious war.
Infinite solace, just like growing lead. Dude, I need to live on a fucking farm. I would enjoy it so much, bro. Chickens are broken in the farm business. They don't need a lot of food and they taste delicious. Yeah. Chicken meta, bro. Okay, that deals quite a bit of damage, but... wait. I think you can use the Armor Slayer, actually. Yeah, I think you can... Oh no, he made it C rank? No, he made... What? Oh, you can use lances, not swords, of course. Duh. Buck meta is scam, true. But if one gets infected with bird flu, your entire stock will be killed. Ah, that's sad. Pet cows are cool. Oh, Murdoch level. Come on, Murdoch. Defense. Strength and skill, I'll take it. This isn't FE8. Yeah, look. I looked at this and I thought it was sword. For whatever reason. Okay. I thought it was sword. Bugs really do not have enough protein to make eating them viable. It's strictly a humiliation elitism thing. Yeah. That's pretty true. Yeah, I'll just put it up there. Yeah, he's pretty tanky. Maybe Arcardo can take him? We'll see. What about crabs, lobster, and shrimp? Good point. How much money to eat the bugs? Well, aren't shrimps technically bugs? Like, if you buy me a packet of shrimps, I'll do it. Those aren't bugs, please don't try and pull that. Fair enough. Arthropods. I mean, I think technically they're bugs, but they're certainly not on the same level. Like, there's a difference between a shrimp and a fucking cockroach. In my humble, very humble opinion. Crustaceans. Exactly. Crust crab. Okay. Yeah, you can escape, okay. So... Oh, I guess I kept it in the convoy. Merch, Armor Slayer, take, drop, and ZEPHIEL can just kill. Donut cooking stream when? You do not want to see me cook. I cook like a barbarian. I do not use seasonings. For the most part, I just eat things, put stuff in a pan, and then like, caveman level. Legitimately, caveman level. Like, I remember first time, like, or maybe not first time, but I was talking to a friend on a video call, and he saw me eating a steak, and he was like, dude, that shit is raw on one side and burnt on the other. How did you even manage that? I mean, I'm getting better at it, but, you know, every time my mother visits me and she sees me cook, she's like, you really need a woman in your life. You really need a woman in your life. And I'm like, yeah, you probably have a point. It's a 1% chance to get crit. Oh, he doesn't have a healing item, never mind. Master Chef Donlot, true. Like, today, you know what I made today? I put liver in a frying pan with olive oil. And then I put eggs in. That's it. No further ingredients, no further preparations. You get what you see. How many chapters will you do today? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Since I haven't streamed in a while, maybe I'll do a couple more than usual. But we'll see. Just don't want to grind on Hector all the way here. Ooh. I think if I heal up Arcardo and then get him to use his javelin. Actually, I don't think I even need him to use his javelin. I think Brunia survives a hit. Yeah, she should survive a hit. But Hector is tough. I mean, he's supposed to be, I guess, but still. I wish I had a hammer. I don't think I got one, though. Okay, Arcardo. That's a pretty good chance. There we go. Man, I don't remember Arcardo being this good.
Very good. Is this how you felt in the end?
If only Hector was using his legendary weapon then. True? Okay. Maybe I've talked a little bit too well with him. Oh, Perez and Brunia. That's Anima and Light. You know what? Let's do it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Might as well. Okay, Martel level. Martel has been leveling up really well. So far. Oh, Rorts and Akarito can support as well now. Perfect. There we go. Okay, and the other ones are fine. Alright, time to seize. King Zephiel, Lord Hector has been defeated.
Bring him before me.
You, you're Zephiel, the king of Bern. Black-hearted fiend.
Ah, Lord Hector. You have my highest praise for lasting so long against two of my vibrant generals. I suppose Ostia's reputation as the most powerful house in Lycia is well earned. Strongest of a bucket of worms is hardly a match for my boot, however. Your end is nigh. If you've any last words, I suggest you spit them out.
Just tell me, why?
What was that?
Bern and Lycia. We were always on good terms with each other. Even when you took the throne, we always paid our respects to Bern.
Respect? Ha! Don't make me laugh. The whole continent shall be my domain, only then can the world be liberated. I lack the time to concern myself with such trivial matters as respect.
You mean to liberate the world? What do you speak of?
Pay it no heed. You won't live to see it anyway. Die.
Lelina, let me see you just once more.
Pathetic.
One matter, if I may, your majesty. If you will allow my opinion, I would not place so much trust in that woman.
You speak of I done.
Yes, your majesty. The men call her the Dark Priestess and find her presence disturbing. I understand that she is a shaman of great power, but...
Bunya, do you doubt my judgment?
No, of course not, your majesty. I just think...
Your duty is not to think. Your duty is to follow orders. Is that clear?
Yes, your majesty. Your will shall be done.
Do you doubt my judgment, dear me? The words that can come out of my mouth sometimes. Where to next, my king? Ostia. We must quash what little fight they have left in them. There cannot be any loose ends left when we take on Etruria. I agree. Your Majesty, I shall notify the troops.
Back to the kitchen, Brunia. There's a scene in Translated FE6 where Zephiel tells Hector there is no time to take care of things such as self-esteem. True. Dragon, I wished I tried it while I was in Japan, missed my opportunity. Dragon? Dragon. Just assembled a sleeping couch in my son's room, I eyeballed it and had literally less than a centimeter to spare from the wall. That's late. Don't worry about it, Crimmy. Family takes precedence. I'm glad to see you at all, knowing how busy you are. After witnessing the demise of Hector, Zephiel makes his way towards Ostia. The remnants of Hector's army gather there, preparing to avenge their liege. On his way there, Zephiel passes through the territory of Laos, governed by Lord Eric. At a glance, Laos is a peaceful territory with vast meadows and clear streams. Beneath this beauty, however, lies treachery and great skullduggery. Do you think Kabul studied guerrilla tactics from the Taliban? Well, if he did, then his growth rate should be pretty good. I know this is a random question, but what's the weirdest food you guys have tried? Mine has to be either fried snake or boiled turtle. I would say kangaroo, probably. Ah, welcome, General Narshan of Bern, correct?
Huh? Where is Lord Eric?
He contacted you some time ago, yes? Promising soldiers, witches, and even a girl or two for good measure, in return for protection from Burn's invasion. Well, I'm afraid that won't be possible anymore. Servant could not help but open the letter. Once the truth got out, Eric's knights betrayed him to the last. Eric fled for his life. You will find no friends here. And I suppose you had this insignificant little rebellion? Oh, not at all. I'm just a mercenary. Name's Noah. I was hired by Lord Hector. I was going to Ostia when the insurrection began. Figured Lord Hector would have wanted me to help out here.
What manner of fool are you? Hector is dead. Ally yourself with Burn and your future shall be bright.
Contract stands. Alien mercenaries never betray our employers. Now, shall we fight or will you surrender quietly?
It's all the same. Noah, was it? The King of Burn himself is on his way here. You will soon wish you had knelt before me and begged for death.
Take the general away. The ones in charge at Ostia will want to hear we have him. Sound idea, Sir Noah. Thank you for your help. Don't thank me yet. If Narshan's telling the truth and the king is coming, we'll need to give this our all. Looks like I'll be staying a while longer. Do you like Metwurst? Yes, I like, Metbrötchen is what we have in Germany. That I really like. Like, the first time you try a Metbrötchen, it's like raw, ground pig. First time you try it, you're like, oh, this tastes weird, I don't like this. But then, after you eat it, you're like, wow, that tasted pretty well. And then you just like it. The German sushi? Pretty much, yeah.
Without a thief, you can't open doors and chests so easily. Only thieves can use lockpicks. But I have something called a door key, which will open any door. Anyone can use it. You can have it.
This is really useless, kid.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peak writing. Cod tongue, cow tongue. Yeah, that's definitely not a common thing here. Haven't had anything too crazy as beef liver. Liver's pretty good. Criadillas, aka bull testicles. See, that's something that I wouldn't eat. That would be too weird for me. Like eating another animal's balls. It's a little bit too much. Like, imagine somebody says, wow, dude, you suck balls. And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I do. Like, what the fuck? Okay, let's keep these guys close. I think they'll actually probably push with most of their force northwards. Ooh, I probably want to get... I can use Saguna and Gale down south here. I will eat roe, but not melke. Literal fish cum. Wow. I don't like it, but my dad and the people in my family countryside love them. I mean, you know, if it's a delicacy, it's a delicacy, but if it's weird, I'm gonna call it weird. You know, some Chinese people eat, like, bats and stuff, so... But some people also think that the stuff we Germans eat is probably weird, so... Oh well. First World War II, we use all parts of the fish moment. Jeez. Cow's heart? Heart is really good. Cow's heart... Actually, no, I've tried pig heart. Pig heart I didn't particularly like. Chicken hearts, though. Dude. Chicken hearts are so good. I wish chicken had multiple hearts so I could eat more of them. Holy fuck, dude. Chicken hearts are so good. Just blood. Blood. Tomahawk, my beloved. Space Marine chicken, true. Eat your heart out. Yep. Oh, look, the Claymore's even effective against nomads. Peek. Jan's getting double dragon shots have fallen. He did not level speed a single time, so... yeah. Jan cells, it's so hacking over? Or are we so fucking back? Okay, now I just gotta see if I can somehow kill this guy. I think I should be able to do it. They fixed the rapier, finally good, true. For example, when we turn balls to yes, when we cut their balls, they gather them all at buckles and then they cut them all in the barbecue. I don't like them because I refuse to eat. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? We need Speedwings time to talk about Engage? No. If you want to talk about Engage, go somewhere else. Oh, jeez. Why? Because Engage bad. You know, people were telling me I should continue Engage instead. But my issue with Engage is, like, when I played it, it wasn't as bad as I remembered it being. But whenever I played it originally, and whenever I still played it, like, now, or like when I streamed it, I always thought, you know what? This may not be all that bad, but I'd still rather be playing literally anything else. It's just not a very fun game for me. Let's get a heal in and then we can build some more supports. Engage Pico Fire Emblem even better than Shadow Dragon. Brand? No. Have you played Metal Gear? I've played Metal Gear Rising a little bit, but other than that, no. I did see a couple of the games because my uncle really loved them and I used to watch him play as a kid.
Curses! 1,000 curses! This is unacceptable, preposterous, unfair! Pox on these ungrateful dastards! 10,000 poxes on that sniveling mercenary! How dare they drive me out of my own domain? What's this? Such a large group headed for Laos. It's Byrne! The fools! They're about to pay dearly for their mistake. All I have to do now is fight the Burmese and curry favor with them. Who needs loyalty? Moldy old tradition does nothing but bind the man down.
Your uncle gonna be excited about Metal Gear Solid Delta? I don't think he's that big of a Metal Gear fan, actually. I think he just... you know, he used to play it back in the day. Nice. ZEPHIEL can kill. I always try to make obvious baits, true. For example, Engage is the best FE game since Path of Radiance, and I hope they keep moving in this direction. No comment. No comment. No fucking comment. But Yana's still pretty good. I just... ooh, I don't like that damage output though. I mean... the Javelin guy though. Yeah, he will actually die unless I'm able to kill. I have to do my things. Good luck, Donald. Alright, see ya, Luis. Ooh, but Rords can get there. That's how you paid. I wonder who is replacing Rutger? I'm not sure, actually. It might just be Rutger. Oh wait, I'm next to ZEPHIEL. I was like, oh, my hit chance sucks. Does anybody have an Iron Lance? Yes, ZEPHIEL does. FE12 was the best FE game past Path of Radiance. Except for the story, what's wrong with Engage? It just wasn't fun. That's a good level. It just wasn't fun for me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like the art style. The gameplay, I mean, there were some good gameplay ideas, but it felt a little bit clunky to control. and I don't know. I just didn't like it. Yeah, that's fine. It's as shrimple as it is. Rank your top 5 lolly characters in Fire Emblem. Can't think of a single one I like. Bring them all, what's it called? Into the wood chipper they go. There we go. When in doubt, wood chipper it out.
There are mounted soldiers with bows in Lao's army. They're from the nomad clans of Sakai. Do us a favor and sit tight while they shoot your faces.
I don't think I will. Oh yeah, right here. You know what the 3 nephews of what's the guy from DuckTales called? We call him Dagobert Duck in German, but I'm pretty sure that's Scrooge McDuck, right? That's his English name. Scrooge McDuck, you know, his 3 nephews, they're called Tick, Trick and Track in German. I don't know what their names are outside of Germany, but I'm pretty sure they're different. Oh, that's a lot more damage than I thought. I think he's still fine though. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Duck Gyat? What? Dagobert. Dagobert is his name. More like a mobile game. Hugo, Paz, Paco, and Luis in Spanish.
Almost there. I can see them in the distance. Wait, is that the king? King ZEPHIEL of Bern himself? Oh, lucky day. It appears today shall be the first day in Laos history as a Bernese province. And what a glorious history it'll be. Now I just have to get his attention.
Oh, he's comes from the bottom. Ole, Dole, and Dolphin.
Foolish nobles always involved in some petty dispute. Can't you'll hear no complaints from us turmoil of how we make a living.
Rip Rap Roop in Danish. Yeah, their names are different in a lot of countries. Erik, Traitorous Marquis of Lycia. So he's very strong, it seems. And that's about it. Isn't Sweden obsessed with Donald Duck? No. At least I'm not aware of it. Sweden is Tjotte, Knotte, and Fnotte. Raya, Gaia, and Vlaja. But that sounds like female names. Gaia? Why do you give the little ducklings female names? Kalle Anka. Yeah, I know what Kalle Anka, but that's not Donald Duck. It's like a new character that just looks like him. Oh no, I sure love my Flux Tomes missing. Okay, nice. Those are not proper names though, fair enough. Kabul, inshallah! There we go. You just got yawned. Okay, come on, Jan. Please get speed and defense now. This dude levels everything apart from the 2 stats I want him to level. Legally distinct Donald Duck. True. I just hope Eric doesn't kill himself.
I can't believe this war is happening. We're all suffer under Bern's iron-fisted rule. But you just might be able to stop them. Here's something that will help you fight a little longer. Think carefully before using it. Wait a minute, who are you again? Hey, Bernese scum, give me back that thing.
Dark cells can't hit, light shots can't do damage. Anima chats stay winning. Nah. Think of them as nicknames or shortened versions of proper names. Fair enough. Okay.
We're all on your side. As if the only thing I'm giving you is this sword. It's heavy and unwieldy and bad as... and it's yours. Screw you.
Yo, Steelblade chapter, let's go. Villages should be destroyed when you visit them. Maybe, but they aren't. Let's build some more support points. Steelblade, my beloved, only bad players hate it. True. Factually true. Did I ever visit that house? Just being destroyed might mess up map layouts. I don't think it should be a problem, but I see what you mean. Wait, I visited both villages, but what are the pirates just gonna go home now? Are they just gonna go home now? Yeah, Thorol and Kabul are pretty weak. But at least they don't get doubled. And hey, they're counter thieves. Can't go very wrong with that. Ah, come on, Eric, just get closer. I guess Rutger's not gonna appear? Hmm.
Hail, King of Bern!
State your name.
I'm Eric, Marquis of Laos. I had intended on joining forces with Bern. I have much I can offer you. I discussed the details with one of your Wyvern generals.
I have heard nothing of the sort.
Must have slipped his mind. I shall report my vow to you then. I, Eric of Laos, hereby swear my allegiance to you and to Bern. May glory find you, my liege, and may defeat find your enemies, now and forever. Yes, that ought to stick.
Are these not your troops we are fighting? How do you explain that, Marquez?
Indeed. You see, I have been betrayed. They turned against me, the rats. Not to worry, however, once we retake my domain, every resource shall be at your disposal. And at risk of sounding vainglorious, my own sword arm is nothing to sneeze at. I shall help personally.
Very well. Impress me and you shall earn a place in my army.
My thanks, King ZEPHIEL. You shan't regret this decision.
Hypocritical swine. Wow, his sword arm. Your E-rank sword arm. This chapter is a lot harder in base FE6. Always have a lot of trouble with it. Yeah, it's definitely one of the harder ones for sure. Okay, you flee. And heal. I still find it a bit weird how there doesn't seem to be any more reinforcements that have appeared. I can heal, but this chapter is pretty easy so far. I still get the feeling that it can't just be this easy. But hey. Maybe it just is. I forget, I think I get preps next chapter though, right? Ah, there you are.
What do you want?
Need some backup. Take some troops and prepare for battle. Is there a problem? My sword is unmatchable. Choose their death.
Will they die by the blade or by its light?
I suppose whatever is most convenient when the time comes? So be it. What a strange man. And again, I suppose I'm in no position to judge him, am I? To think of it, did anybody tell that sellsword Lord Eric is gone? I wonder what that means. Fireball! I guess we have our answer right there, though. Claymore really putting in the work here, though, gotta say. Oh god, yeah. See, this is what I meant. This is what I meant. He's tankier, but man, he will eventually get doubled if he doesn't level speed. And I don't think he did for me. Murdoch's so good. I love General Jagans. They're so good. I hope I can get an A support between him and ZEPHIEL by the time Chapter 7 rolls around. Because that's +3 defense and res for both of them.
Lightbrand, hear my plea. Bring destruction upon my foes this day.
Randy. A mercenary who is very proud of his sword. Randy. Okay. Hit. Nice. Big Dick Randy. Big Dick Randy in here. Indeed. Come on, please speed. Speed, defense. Okay. Oh, nice. Nice. I'll take it. Generals are always the most fun units. Not always, but often. Nice. FE7 is a great filter and base game. It's very hard in this hack as well. Wasn't he the boss from the desert map? I think so, yeah. Aww. Rort's getting fucking doubled. It's so ogre. Rort cells. We have been Rortsed all over. I guess these guys are just pretty fast. Level 5. Let's compare. Yeah, it's definitely slower and less bulky, but he has more luck and is a lot stronger. Give rewards every stat booster. Maybe not everyone. But we'll see. We'll see how... can we do a unit review once you unlock chapter preps? Sure. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, Jan can't reach. That's not nice. Whoa. Look at the damage output, though. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Yeah, Eric, you can... air kill right there. For Mr. Kabul. This level up has been sponsored by the proud fighters of the Mujahideen. See? Speed and luck.
Fast as the wind.
Eric actually looks like he has potential. Those bases are pretty great. Yeah, I mean his speed and defense is a little bit low. But if you take a look at Akardo, for example, his luck is very low. He'll have luck issues, so I will really need to work on that Rort's support. I'm not quite sure. Does Thunder and Anima give crit avoid? I think Anima does. Actually, no, I think Anima doesn't, but Thunder might. Just have Eric throw javelins. Yeah, I mean, he certainly has potential. Certainly does. Okay, Idun, come on. Thunder gives crit avoid, I believe. Because if he gets at least a little bit of crit avoid, then that's gonna be good. I guess I can go buy shit. Ooh, hand axes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count further. Another one. This is how you properly count. Thunder and Anima both give crit avoid, actually. Ooh! YouTube straight deleted my chat, I'm too spicy. It might not show in top chat, but I have live chat open on my second monitor at all times. So I can actually see it.
Randy!
Oh, well, Derek. Hold on, what are you doing there? You stand with...
Good eye, Randy. I stand with Burr. Now the question is, why are you standing with those traitors? Forgotten who pays your dues, have you?
I was under the impression that I still acted under your orders.
Well, no. I was driven out by Laos by the men. Soon we will have to retake it, though. Think long and hard on whose side you wish to be, Randy. Once the sword returns to their scabbards...
You pay well, Lord Eric. They shall know the terror of my blade this day.
Hell yeah. It's time to Randy all over the place. 9 damage. Yeah, the Lightbringer is pretty good. Had to do with 2 towers that were in New York in 2001. Light and Fire are the only supports that have 0 crit avoid bonuses. Oh. Randy looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that base HP is really good. 8 speed, 8 strength, not bad. His con is a little bit low, I guess, but other than that... I think out of the 3 mages I have, Perez is probably gonna be the one that I'll use the most. He seems like he's the most useful to me so far. Oh, I know I can do. This is what we call the Afghani Tickle Brigade. It's no Deke, but he's at least as good as Orange Juice. True? The Afghani Tickle Brigade will be your end. Okay, that's still not quite enough. Ah, perfect. You know how YouTube is, 1984 and all that. It's called an IED. Well, I prefer to call it the Afghani Tickle Brigade, okay? We all have our special nicknames for things. How's work going? Currently not working, actually. But I'll probably get back to working in January. That's what it's looking like, most likely. You know, I didn't think that the tech store that I'm working at closing down would be as big of an impact as it was, but I felt it. I am actually from Afghanistan. Inshallah, brother. Ooh, nice. But yeah, FE's work, I mean, hey, I earn a little bit of money, but I haven't even been doing FE all that much. You know, I just sometimes feel like I don't know how to word this differently, but I've kind of lost my edge. Like, I used to be stronger, fitter, smarter before, but... Oh, nice. But now I just feel weaker in many areas. You know, and I think it's just something in your mind needs to really click again, so to speak. For you to get back in the mode. What's up, Donald? Hello from Hawaii again. Hey, Taylor! I remember you. How's the weather in Hawaii? I'm assuming it's nicer than in Germany. You've already reached grandpa status? Yeah. That just sounds like you're a slump, dude. Don't worry. You're in a slump? What's that? What does that mean? I'm not a native English speaker. What is a slump? Oh, fuck. I think I gotta rescue... Kabul! Writer's block? Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense. Well, I think the rest is fine. Always bright and sunny, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Low point, yeah, I guess, yeah. It is what it is. I get out of it eventually. Nobody can be 100% all the time, not even me. Yeah, I think one thing that also, like, I tend to be the type of person who, when something bad happens, I just don't really react to it. But I definitely feel it. And I think one of those things was one of my best friends since kindergarten. You know, he had a drug addiction for a while now, but a couple of months ago he robbed the gas station and now he's in jail. He used to be like my workout buddy, and even though we were pretty different character-wise, you know, he's been like kind of like my younger brother in a way, even though we're not related. And now he's just kind of completely gone, you know? I mean, well, he's still alive and all, but just not free. That's all mental happened when I left my church job. Watching your streams and reading Berserk got me going in. Aw, thank you, man. Yeah, I feel like what I should probably do is I need to start watching Hajime no Ippo again from the start. Because that always got me really good into working out. Give yourself some time to adjust and let yourself heal up properly. Sit your ass on an IRL fort or something. Yeah, I've just been trying to, you know, do my own thing, but it is what it is. I haven't worked out in like 2 months now, since kid, pregnant wife and sick father. Sleep is average 4 hours and no energy, but I am also old. Yeah, jeez. I mean, I was recently able to at least fix my sleep schedule. It used to be really bad. It used to be that I go to sleep at 6 AM and I wake up at like 4 PM. But I got that fixed, so now I just wake up okay, like it depends. Sometimes it's 8 o'clock, sometimes it's 12 o'clock, depending on how I go to sleep, but it's much better. Specifically, Soy Emblem and the PS2 streams were my favorite streams. Shit, man, maybe I need to do some more of those. Soy Emblem, my beloved. Okay. Oh, right, staves. You know, I am the #1 staff connoisseur. You know, I remember when I tested Andron Saga, the healing staves used to have 50 uses, or 50 or I think 60 uses, in one of the earlier versions. And I remember I used the very first heal stave I got from like the start of the game till the caves, like chapter 17 or something. And Mangs kept screaming at me like, no, you need to stop using the heal staff, you have men staves now. I will use the heal staves, whether you want to or not. I don't know, they're very economical. I like things that are very economical in this game. Theories. You know, whenever I think of the word, like me mentioning weapons being economical, I have to think of that one fucking clip from Augusto Pinochet, the Chilean dictator, where somebody was like, it was found out that your government has put multiple people, multiple communists that you've killed in one coffin. What is your defense against that? And he just goes like, oh, very economical. Dude, what a fucking reaction, man. Ah. Something just fell apart here. My hat stack fell apart. I have like this, I have so many different hats. I love it. Oh ja, mein Healenstaffen must be used to the utmost. Ja, mein Healenstaffen. I always use heal staves until the end game, just because they are way cheaper than men's. Yeah, I find in most Fire Emblem games, you really just don't need... you don't need the extra healing. Like, Shadow Dragon is one of the few where you actually do. I think if I can put Arcardo... Or maybe Randy. No. You guys think Brunia will be fine? It's gonna be like 40% hit chance, 40-20. She'll be fine. What would you call a heal staff in German anyway? Heilstab. So many hats, they call him Hatlot. Hell yeah, buddy. Hatlot in here. Hatting it out. You're a hater, I'm a hatter. I make hats. Don't mess with the hat police. We'll kill you in style. Let me just jab you with my heel stab. The heel stab? No. Stab, not Heilstab. Not stab. Although I guess you can heal somebody with a stab too. You have like a healing stab in some fucking anime game. I'm still not quite sure who can support up who. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll keep you here. And whenever I want, I can just get her out. I hate using men's staves because it feels like I'm wasting it if you send someone more than half health. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Brunia, come on. What is up with these levels? Healing stab is called surgery? Yup. Oh, she actually got hit. There's one hilarious staff in Golden Country. It's an S-rank staff that can't heal or do anything. It's a 6 smite weapon that has the bonus of triples user strength. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, let's see. Noah. Oh wow, he's pretty good. This dude's better than base game Noah. Yawn. Oh my god. Iron hit 45 hit on her? Yeah. Yeah, he did. Randy? Ooh, Randy. Lightbrand. This is bad. Lightbrand maxing. Does he have to +1 con as a boss still? I think so. I think he has 9 normally. Artwork bonuses really helped Noah here? Yeah. Oh. Ow-wah. Ow-wah. Jeez. Well, I guess he can throw jabs. Oh, no special convo? Huh. Interesting. Oh! I don't think I'll attack, but I'll put him there. If he hits, that'll be very good. And I think Accardo is probably fine. Maybe I should have... Yeah, I should have put rewards there. Whatever. I'll just try to see if I can't get a kill or two before I seize the map, because I don't want to wait for all the enemies either. But the bosses are tough. Yeah, I think if I put him on a fort, he'll be perfectly fine. The axes are all more accurate, but still. And again, those are a lot of XP bags. Maybe I should just try and kill all of them. Okay, he goes for Eric. Jeez. I think Arcardo will be 2 steps ahead of those pirates. Yeah, he's always 2 steps ahead. That's a lot of XP, man. Oh, of course, yeah, now he has a jab. Goddamn jab, calves. Murdoch the goat. Okay, I think I'll try to kill the reinforcements. Some of my levels haven't been as exquisite. I kind of like Eric. It's very fun to use somebody who... I mean, he doesn't double and stuff, but he hits pretty hard. I just hope ZEPHIEL is able to keep up with speed and defense levels. You know, his stats look worse because of his high caps. I'm always 2 tiles away. Oof. Well, I did my best. Oof indeed. Randy? Very Randy. Randy random. Yeah, if I put him in the forest... Ooh, I probably should have given him a heal staff, though. Or a healing item. There we go. Kabul. Hit YouTuber Oof776 reference? Indeed. Indeed. Intelligence system... Oof is an intelligence systems agent. That's why he's shilling Engage so hard. He's paid. He's a paid chill. It all makes sense now. Fire and Anima, you know what? Wait. Oh no, he supported Idun, right? That's... Fire Dark? I think that one was pretty good. If they call themselves intelligent systems, why are they so stupid? For the same reason that North Korea calls itself the Democratic People's Republic. I mean, Supreme Leader Kim, please don't kill me. North Korea, most democratic country ever. Wow, they really don't do much damage. I thought they would do way more. Bonk. Accardo maxing. Okay, come on, Accardo. Give me a good level, boy. Okay, 10 speed is pretty good. It's one of my fastest units right now, I think. I think I'll just turn off the animations for this part. Ah, just outside of range. Unless... I am one step ahead of him. Okay, perfect. Yawn these nuts. Why are you criticizing the glorious leader who won with 105% of the votes? I'm not criticizing, I would never. I was simply soy-jacking the other side. Please, you must believe me. Speaking about foreign government, have you heard of Super Bigote? Maduro, the Venezuelan dictator, made a cartoon where he has a superhero called Super Mustache. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. I think I've seen a clip of it even. Pretty funny. YouTube can't handle my based chats, literally 1984. Imagine if the roles were reversed. So fucking true. Imagine if the reverses were rolled. What do you think of that? I think I can let him stay there, but not attack. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. Dude, Acardo is so fucking quick, holy shit. Axe River, my beloved. But I can use Tick. Tick, Trick und Track. And Eric. Literally fights against the evil capitalism from the US, who is using nanotechnology. Who using nanotechnology makes Venezuela have all its problems, like lack of healthcare and lack of electricity. Damn. Damn. That reminds me, I recently, a friend of mine, or not even a friend of mine, it was on a server that a friend of mine is on. There was a dude who sent a link in about a 3D animated movie made by the Russian government called, what was it, Wizards and Ghosts or something like that? And it's available to watch on YouTube. It has full English subtitles. It is some of the most schizophrenic shit I've ever seen. And it has an IMDb rating of 2 out of 10. It is one of those things that is so bad it's funny. Hold on. I gotta remember what it was called. I gotta remember. Hold on, I saved it somewhere. Wizard. Children versus Wizards. That's what it's called. So... Okay, so I remember writing the story. So, the story of this Russian state-produced movie is, in 2008, atheist occult wizards tried to magically take over Russia. We now write the year 2018, and evil has reawakened to threaten the Russian Federation once more. And the only one who can stop them are Russian child soldiers, which Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones is looking to recruit. It is the funniest shit ever. I wrote that description, by the way, but it is the funniest shit ever. Like, I highly recommend you all watch it. Not because it's good, but Fire Emblem. So basically, any Fire Emblem gameplay, you know, you're not even wrong. You're not even wrong. Better than 2024 US Goislop. And it was so fucking funny. I was laughing the entire way through. There's some, like, So the story is British people are evil, and Hogwarts is actually satanic, and the heroes are children who try to infiltrate Hogwarts, right? And you sold me a child. And so the heroes go to Scotland, right? To go to the school. But they don't just take a plane there, right? What they do is they go on a secret mission to go to Kosovo to build Soviet-era helicopters there, and then use those Soviet-era helicopters to fly from Kosovo to Scotland, across half of Europe. The story is so schizophrenic that, again, it is fucking funny. Ooh, I mismanaged that a little bit, it seems. Okay. Me when I summon Mahoraga on St. Petersburg. I watched it with Orion, I don't know if he's still in chat, but we were laughing our asses off. We sometimes have movie nights in the Dawnclave on my Discord server, and We like to watch international movies there a lot. We watch a couple of Serbian ones, Russian ones. Yeah. Can you show me the units? Yeah, I can show you after this map because I get preps then. Hello from Moscow. Oh, hi, Anton. I speak a little bit of Russian and I can read a little bit of Cyrillic, so... Eshayov? Is that your last name? I'm not super good on reading Cyrillic yet. But I can speak the language and understand it relatively well. Max, I'll show you the units after this map. It's just a couple of reinforcements that I need to kill. Oh, look at that! Accardo sweep. You get Jan? Yeah, you can get dragons, bro. This hack's pretty good. It's complete, what was I gonna say? It's completely... The story is completely unique. Completely rewritten. Isn't he broken as fuck? It's all very balanced. Like, these are his stats. He has not leveled defense or speed a single time. And the Firestones are not quite as OP. Zephiel as well. I mean, I guess I can go over the units. So Zephiel is your main character. He's better than Roy, but he can definitely get doubled. And the Claymore is just played better than the Rapier. You get Murdoch as your Jagan. His growths are pretty slow though, but, you know, Tomahawk and 20 Con. You get Brunya, but my Brunya hasn't really leveled well. You get Jan, who's very, very accurate and strong. You get Idun, but she hasn't really leveled well either. You get Gale, and Wyvern Riders use axes now. This is a great Jagan. Yeah, he's really good. I would say he's probably better than Marcus. You get Tick. You get Martellus, your healer. He's kind of like Molder, but even more tankier. You get Sagoon instead of Shanna. You get Rorts and Accardo, and Accardo has been leveling really well. You get Thorol, and Thorol, Monkey, and Kabul are your thieves, pretty much. They're pretty much the same unit, but they can use lockpicks. I just got Eric. He's relatively slow, but he's very strong. You get Randy with his light brand. Perez, he'll also get him in chapter 1. I'm probably gonna use him as my main magic user. He hits very strong, but is otherwise very well-rounded. And that's it. I haven't lost anyone so far. But the hack is also changed in some ways, like hit rates are +10 across the board, I think. And units, like the enemies are genuinely stronger, I think. It doesn't feel too easy, let me say it like that. Don't forget Tick, Randy is holding him. Yeah, I've showed him. Yeah, I got Eric this chapter. So I kind of would like to put Eric here, though. Heal up Gale. You start on the left side? No, I'm near the end of the chapter. I just want to kill the reinforcements for some XP. The boss of this chapter was Noah. Take. I'm just taking my sweet time, you could say. Because chapter 7 is still really hard. And I'd like to get maybe another level or two. Okay, Zephiel, come on. Speed and defense. Speed and defense. Okay, neither. Okay, I think at this point I can probably start walking back with Zephiel. And Murdoch is very good, but you can't really rescue him because of his 20 con. I think there might be a unit or two who can, but certainly not many. Rorts the goat. That works. Okay, come on, Perez. Speed and magic. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think his speed growth is particularly high, so every point of speed counts. Yeah, Callum is the guy who paid me 500 bucks to do Project Ember, normal mode, blindfolded Ironman. Which I'm still working on somehow getting that shit to work. But hacking FE6 is quite horrible, to say the least. How would you do that? I've made a community post, you can look at it. But I will see it through. There've been a couple, like I need to obviously make it somehow easier. One of the things I was thinking of is I could hack the game to give units, or give different classes sounds when I select them. I know you can do that in FE8. Kind of like in Echoes, for example. I know you can do that in FE8, I'm not quite sure if you can do it in FE6. Oh, let me visit the houses, I'm not quite sure if I visited them yet. The other way would be that at the start of every turn, I'm allowed to take the blindfold off and do like a status report, but I'm not allowed to move any units while I do that. I still haven't decided. The stream is either going to be peak or unwatchable, no in between. I already decided I'm going to need a co-host because I can't read chat otherwise. Let me just double check this.
You know the weapon triangle, but did you know it doesn't apply to all weapons? Some weapons completely reverse the weapon triangle. For instance, you might find an axe that will work well against swords. What? I don't like you guys, but I'm old if old people like to teach. Even if it's you guys.
I'll be your co-host. Can I be co-host? If you have a good mic, I'll consider it. I have a radio host voice. I don't know you. I know Callum a little bit. I mean, you can join my Discord, you know, we can get to know each other. I think the best solution is you add multiple people to VC so you can get faulty information. At that point it would just be... It would kind of negate the whole blind thing. I'm a mysterious man. Okay.
Bandits and pirates will attack nearby towns. Once they loot a town, there's nothing left. They're much like you in that regard, you know.
I think you're pretty based. I'll join your Discord. Based? Any support? No. That's that. The remaining soldiers from Laos are retreating. The troops may stand down for the nonce. Yes, my liege.
Your Highness, did you summon me?
Do you see, Aiden, how easily this rabble succumbs to infighting? Human beings are such contemptible creatures, they sicken me to my core. But not you. You're entirely devoid of all rationality. You and your brethren know no evil. You do not kill or betray for petty reasons. Emotions have no place in your clear minds. You're perfect, Aiden. Dragonkind is perfect.
Your Highness.
See, Zeph? This is why I like you. Holy fuck, Zeph? The nonce? I don't know what that was about. My son can host, cuss, and sing Cotton Eye Joe based. This is why I like you. You aren't afraid to admit who your betters are. You'd probably be honored just to kiss my feet, wouldn't you? Since we dragons are so superior.
Shall I summon the dragons, Your Highness?
No. But Jan? Leave my sight before I put this sword through your chest. So much for dragonkind is perfect.
Lord Roy!
Marcus, what is happening in Arafin?
We were too late. My lord, King ZEPHIEL passed through hours ago. I found Lord Hector inside the keep. He was long gone, as were his men.
No. First Father, now Lord Hector. What will become of the Lycian League?
Lord Roy, we have no time to lose. Lord Hector and Arafin have fallen, then Ostia is likely to be Burn's next target. We must make haste, Lady Alina must be protected.
I believe Bor's suggestion would be the most prudent course of action. Lord Hector must have left some of his army to protect his people. If we can add our forces to theirs, a counterattack may yet be possible.
I agree with Marcus. We do not know what reaction Lord Hector's death will cause. Lady Lelina may well find herself in peril soon as well.
Lena? She said someone needed to watch over Ostia until her father returned. Now he never will. Craven curse, fiendish knaves! If they take Lelena's life as well, Lord Roy, please calm yourself. These are grievous losses, but we are not yet defeated. We can still recover. Reaching Ostia before Bern will be the first step. But now more than ever, we need our leader to remain composed. Yes, you're right, Walt. Yes, very well. Move out, troops. We go to Ostia. Lena, I pray we are not too late this time. Guy named Juan talking about feet wouldn't be the first time. I think he's more of an armpit guy. Marcus Laus had been working with Bern against his allies in Lycia. Zephiel's contempt for mankind grows greater than ever as his conquest continues. Still heading for Ostia, Zephiel moves through a treacherous mountain pass. General Narshan. Oh no, it's not this chapter where you get preps, it's the next one.
Boss, our boys just got back from scouting the village.
I am not your boss. How many times must I say it? I'm only passing through.
But boss, something's different today. They say the head honcho of Bern is here. They're gonna run through us, eat us for breakfast. They'll leave so little of us, even the vultures will die of hunger. Come on, you can't leave, not today, we gotta stick together.
Bern. Fine, I will help you.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, boss. With that blade of yours, we could actually do this. Come on, everyone, let's go. The boss has our back.
Today is the day. Vengeance is at hand.
Where in the blazes is Narshan? I've overlooked his absence up until now, but no longer. Lycia was his responsibility. This prolonged disappearance is inexcusable. Narshan, it's telling that the king does not seem to remember he's missing. That a man like him stands shoulder to shoulder with us wyvern generals. Ours is a nation that values might above most things. But even Bern seems to have a weakness for blue blood. Blood does not get much bluer than Narshan's, that is true. Much like you'd have a difficult time finding a man more dim-witted than him. In many ways, he is truly an exceptional individual. Oh well, I suppose he'll turn up eventually. He may be a pompous braggart, but he cherishes his station. He'd not risk it so carelessly, would he? We have Gale with us, we don't need him. But we have tarried it long enough, the king orders to resume marching.
Be careful, General. I do not like the look of these mountains. We'll find trouble there, I'm sure of it.
Trouble may find us at its own peril. Onward, men, we make for Ostia, per his majesty's orders. Do we get chapter preps this chapter? Next chapter. Is that fucking Kritger? Yep, he's the boss of this chapter. Oh, Lightbrand and Killing Edge. Oh, excuse me, 18 strength? 9 speed, that's quite low, but 18 strength? Jeez. I'm probably better off just ranging him, to be honest. But at least I can deal with him somehow. I think I'll just go northwards. Oh jeez, look at this. King gets fucking run rounded if he uses the axe. Wait. Okay, now he can take both of those guys. I'll just keep him on the fort to have the fort. I think Rutger has dory spaces. He might. I'm not quite sure. I really hope Jan gets some better levels. Or, well, levels that include defense and speed, at least. I guess Thorol has actually had a better level up, so I may just use Thorol. Reutger. Now I wonder if you keep or lose Percival. Considering Percival is playable, I don't think you get to use him. In general, anybody who's playable tends to not be playable in this one. I think I'll just keep animations off for now. I prefer playing without them. Weakest Rutger. I don't like Rutger. Too OP. Too busted.
I'm not certain this is a good idea, Commander Wraith.
We know the general is being kept by the Marquis of Thuria till tomorrow. All we have to do is break inside under cover of darkness. Find them and escape before we are noticed. Simple.
The General can sit and twiddle his thumbs for a few more hours. What we need to do is take this information to King ZEPHIEL. Why lurk in the shadows when we can take the entire place by force?
The king has more important matters to attend to. Ostia, for one.
The king decides Narshan is not important enough to rescue. And that's that. His word is law. Too bad for the good general. Come now, Rafe. I have no horse in this race. I'm not a member of the army. But you? You could replace him as Wyvern General, my friend.
Psh! Everyone knows the king is waiting for an excuse to give the position to Gale. I'm just a lowly commander of a border watch brigade. I don't stand a chance.
Oh, don't look so down. See, bringing this intel to the king will earn you a report. And if nothing else, Narshan will owe you a favor if he lives and keeps his stripes. Bit of a long shot, but hey, every little bit helps in the race to glory. It certainly beats dying on Lycian steel, which is what will happen if you go in alone.
You may be correct. Here's something else, you know that, Windham? I have never met a priest so priestly as you. Well, as they say, clothes don't make the man.
Or at least a holy man.
Fear not. Should fortune smile upon me, I shan't forget your wise counsel.
That is all I can ask for. Now, shall we find his majesty? Oh. Oh no, they just move away through me. Bruh. I remember my Jan only getting death and HP, very opposite problems. Can you destroy villages? No. No, you don't destroy them, actually. Oh, Randy doesn't double, unfortunately, but I think Accardo... No, not even Accardo does well. Well. I think I'll do this a bit more defensively. Accardo's probably fine with his huge avoid. Oh, nice. Okay, I think Eric is a little bit too squishy though. Murdoch. In fact, I can even give him a hand axe that I bought. There we go. Let's get my magicians up in here. Brunya and Idon and stuff like that. Units like that are, by the way, not a game over. They just retreat.
Alright everyone, boss gave me the okay. Let's go and kick some Bernese butt, everyone.
I don't remember saying nothing to you, Dolt.
Was that? Thought I heard someone speak. Alright, it's you. Yeah, you're no boss.
Damn it, guys, you're being morons. How long was I the boss? Why'd you betray me?
Cause some incredibly strong guy showed up. With his incredibly rare and powerful sword. And his incredibly superior swordsmanship skills. The only thing incredible about you is your bad temper, me Todd.
You little... What's that got to do with anything? What, you don't think I'm polite enough during our raids? Should I have sent advance notices to villages before we hit them? Some nice smelling flowers to leave on the doorsteps? Little gift baskets with a postcard that says Happy Recoveries?
You'd happily do that if you found a village full of girls.
Wanna say that again?
Yeah. Well, that don't matter anyway. Ain't no way the boys are ever gonna follow you again. You're gonna be just fine with the new boss if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. I'm gonna be just fine without the lot of you.
Whatever you say, Matan.
Damn it all. Can today get any worse? So, it's actually an engaged character. She's a oh my fucking god, what the hell? I think Randy is dead. She's a character from Engage. It's not an OC. Bruh. One thing this hack does, thank god that missed, is it adds a couple of... Because the characters in FE6, the bosses weren't quite enough. What it does is it adds a couple of bosses. I think one boss from every other FE game are there as extra characters. And they have special affinities too, I guess. Waterheart. I don't know what the fuck this means. You can probably read up on it. I think they're pretty strong.
I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna use him. Hope Oliver shows... I think Oliver might be in here, actually. It's usually very unknown bosses, like... I think one of the Tellius boss, it's called, like, Hedwig or something like that, is in this. Who I was like, who the fuck is this? Gotta use him then. I'm not sure if he's in. But the fact that Akardo just got doubled and just did not fucking care about it. Bruh. The Tower of Light Oliver. True. I think I can hold formation here with Akardo. The drag guy? No, not that guy. Me when the uncontested goat Reynard shows up. Yarot? I mean, you can look it up. You can look up what characters are in, because I don't remember. Should be in the FEU post linked in the description. Randy cheated death, he gets strength, I'm fine with that. Right, that's a hand axe. Oh, that's a hand axe. Okay, let's see. ZEPHIEL, not quite enough. I'm a bit worried. Okay, no, that's it actually. An attack. I think the hand axe guys might legitimately just one-shot Doral. So you know what? Let me grab that stuff just in case. Spot of the Beast in this game? No, I don't think so. Actually... I don't think he's in this one, no. No, now that I think more about it. I don't think he's in this one. I remember there being a hack where Old Bata and Old Glass are in, but I don't think that was this one. I think that was something unrelated. Okay, come on, Eric. Speed? Wow. Bruh. Bruh. Where's Reynard from again? Name rings a bell, but... Speed? I'll take speed on Martel. I'll definitely take speed on Martel. Bravo, Eric. Straight to the bench. 11 chapter 3. Chapter 3. Oh. Wait, but there's Gazak, there's Gomer, and there's Hyman. I guess that's his European name, right? Because they were like, hey, let's maybe not have a character called Hyman. Yeah, he's only called Reynard in the European version, I think. I think in all other versions he's called Hyman. And that's why we're getting him? I don't think it works that way. Okay, come on, Randy. Gotta heal in. You can do it. Reynard Rebellion Saga. True. Gale? There we go. Okay, Gale level. Let's see. Wow, amazing. Because non-Europeans don't deserve rights. No comment. I legally cannot comment on this topic. But I will say, Europeans are way cooler than Americans, you know. That is factually correct. Factually correct, I say. HP, let's go. Okay, come on, Akardo. Akardo's the MVP so far. Oh, look at this guy! Look at this guy! Holy fuck. Alan and Lance got nothing on this dude. Chad Ardo. Best FE antagonist, Mortimer from Hit, Romhack, Andron Saga in this game. Unfortunately not. Finally good level. Cardo might be a good early promotion. I mean, so far it's looking like he's probably gonna be the first one to promote. Let me say it like that. You know, I've recently been playing a, there were some games on sale during Steam Summer Sale. And one of those games was a game called Battles of Norgan.
Hold on, before you go, take this lance with you. It was once wielded by a knight called Sir Gant. The stories say he bested many a foe with this lance. Why am I helping you, you say? Well, perhaps I simply do not exist at all. Ooh, a ghost. Dad, quit laying around. You're embarrassing me. Aw.
Probably want at least one early promotion for the Osteo chapters. No. Chapter 7 is hard. But the chapters after that are pretty easy. When you say Americans, do you mean the continent or the country? The country, of course. The country, of course. The burger Americans. Not the taco Americans. I checked in a German man into my hotel from Leverkusen and he did nothing but complain. Very cringe. Germans... I mean, I've recently watched the video. I don't remember what the channel was called, but it was a German guy speaking in English. And he explained the meaning of German culture. Or like, what a central point of German culture, you could say. And he said that what it means to be German is to strive towards purity in all aspects. And that can mean, if you take it religiously, it could, for example, mean Lutheranism, because, well, Luther was like, hey, you know, only scriptura solas, I think what it was called, right? Where he said only the scripture matters. You can take it with a Reinheitsgebot, which is a... Gebot, by the way, is like, you know, the 10 commandments. It's the purity commandment, and it was used... It's a law that has been in place in Germany for hundreds of years, but it was... I don't know if it was completely removed, but it was at least majorly changed. It's not completely removed in the 90s, I'm actually not quite sure. But the law was for purity in beer. Like rice beer? What, like, you know, the American rice beer or whatever? You could not sell that in Germany under the name of beer. Because Germans would, well, it would be against the law, you know? Beer cannot be made with rice. That goes against beer law. It's two different things, but it's also the like the strival towards purity was in the end then also the thing that caused the rise of the Nazis. But the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this actually kind of makes sense. You know, the German ideal is striving towards purity in all aspects. And the more I thought about German culture, the more I was like, yeah, no, makes sense. We do strive towards purity or perfection, you could say. So, if you think about it like that, the man in your hotel... Ow. The man in your hotel, he was also striving, you know, he was expecting that. Expecting the purity. Expecting the excellence. Which, to somebody who's not from Germany, might just seem like he's a dick. And hey, maybe he was. But I just, you know, I learned about it a while ago and I was like, hey, sounds pretty interesting. Now, I'm not quite sure who can recruit her. And I don't think it tells you in this game. I think it's only in the other games where it actually tells you. Maybe you'll know about this, but in late October and early November, we got a large amount of German vacationers. Is Florida a popular vacation spot for Germans? No, not normally. The most common German vacation spot is Mallorca. It is so popular that some have dubbed it Germany's, like, the next German state. Because there's so many Germans on the island. Okay, she only has regular weapons. Because there's so many Germans on the island during vacation times. That's why when people from other countries LARP as Nazis, it looks super cringe. I guess so, yeah. Where is that Mediterranean? Mallorca was in Spain, right? In the Mediterranean? The Balearic Islands? Or one of the islands on the Balearic Islands? If Nameless is here, he can probably correct me because he's Spanish. But I think it was the Spanish one, right? I know there's Madeira, but that's Portuguese. It's like on the coast of Africa. It's in the Mediterranean, let me just say it like that. And if it's not, then it's in a climate that's similar to the Mediterranean. Call it German Gibraltar, yeah. I'll buy another flux. I'll buy 2 more flux, actually. Also, a message for the fucking Europeans. Can you please, for the love of fucking God, stop visiting Vegas, Miami, New York, or Cali, and then going, I guess I went to America? No, I don't think I will. No, I've been to Wisconsin. I remember when I was 13, right? I went on a student exchange to... Who the fuck recruits her? To, Wisconsin, right? And the only way I've experienced try a woman... Alright, it did mention women. Huh. Well, looky here, another girl in this battlefield. Was starting to think I was the only one. Oi, you deaf or something? I'm talking to you. Yeah, you, the mousy girl in the bundle of ropes. Stop ignoring me. Wait, are you mute or something? That it? Ah, I'm sorry, didn't realize. His Highness hasn't ordered me to talk. Eh? Wait, what do you mean His Highness hasn't? Who does this Highness guy think he is? He can't just tell a girl she can't talk. You're your own person, gal. Talk if you wanna. I do as His Highness commands. Why? That's it. I'm tagging along with ya. I was gonna try and join your army either way. That merc, he stole command of my crew from me. If I stick around, I'll be toast sooner than later. But now that I've met you, it's clear what I gotta do. I'm gonna show this Highness person not to mess with you. Count on me, Tan, to help you, little friend. I shall tell His Highness about this new ally. Now we got her. I'm not quite sure how good she is. But I went to Wisconsin, and some of you are probably gonna laugh at this, but I was 13, and the only connection, the only way I knew America was through movies, right? And in American movies, you always have a lot of black people. So when I went to school, it was like on a student exchange. When I went to school in Wisconsin, I was like, where are all the black people at? Like, where are they? I thought like half of America was black people based on the movies, but like there was one black kid in the school. A little 13-year-old me was like, what the fuck? What did they do with them? Where are they? I think I'm gonna have to do some rescue shenanigans. Well, it just turns out that Wisconsin is one of those places in America where not many of them live. So, that explains that. But I remember as a kid, I was like, where are they? What happened to them? What did they do to you? Oh fuck, I just put Segun in range. Oh no. Okay, I can do some rescue shenanigans. Hold on. Sigoon, I'm coming to Goon. I'm Sigooning. Take. Have Rorts pick up Sigoon. I don't think he could reach. No, 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 no. Ah, shit. Okay. Well, that's that. We'll see how this goes. I think he might be dead. Either if... Yeah, I think Jan or the Cavalier are dead. Yep, looks like it's gonna be Eric. Rip Eric.
Fools, there is no hope for those who oppose absolute power.
Rip. I just realized I have a death counter, but I don't have their portraits, so... Beep. No, wait. Beep. I don't have a death counter anymore, because... That's how this works. Deep South and the urban cities, yeah. I mean, I know that now, but as a kid, I just didn't know that, right? The death codes are the same when they die as bosses. Yup. Let's see. Well, I have Accardo, and Accardo is so good, I don't think I even care about losing that fella. Ooh. Can you really not just kill? Wow, that guy's so fucking dodgy. You know what, Murdoch? Kill him. Rip to the goat, Eric. Yup, I would have loved to try and use him, but... Oh well. Just needs goddess icons. He could have been good, but he was just a little bit too squishy for my liking. I'm not quite sure if I would have used him, but... oh well. I'll take it. I'll take it. I've also been playing Front Mission 1 recently. And... You know, I was actually thinking that there's a lot of versions of Front Mission that you can play. So I wasn't sure what version I should play. I'm assuming ZEPHIEL is a better lord than Roy. Yeah, I would say so. There's a lot of versions to play and I wasn't quite sure which one to play. And I tried all of them out a little bit or read up on them. And it turns out the only fucking version of that game that does not have a scuffed translation is the original SNES one. Because the one there is much more faithful to the actual... it's a fan translation, but it's much more faithful to what is actually said, and the main character, he's kind of a dick, actually. It's not like your generic superhero, but in the other ports of the game, the translation of those, he's been made super generic, and the dialogue is way worse. And the developers have actually said it's to appeal to like more of a child audience. So I'm actually playing the original, and it's pretty nice. I think the preparations for the game can take... Oh, nice. Can take a little bit too long sometimes. Where you're just buying new parts and equipping everything and stuff, and it just takes a while. But the gameplay itself is pretty fun. Fire. Kabul. Let's see, I think I can lure this guy in with Murdoch. Like a Pokemon. Why in the hell is there an engaged character in my FE6? Chud, this is the future. This is what progress is called. Nice. This is what we call progress, Chad. Ah, perfect. Steel Blade ZEPHIEL. Come on, ZEPHIEL. Speed and defense. That's what I need from you. Bro, please. Ooh, 5% crit, really? Wait, I think... yeah, that's in range. I gotta get him out of here. It'd be cool if this game had a light horror feature where Roy's army shows up after a number of turns on some maps. Yeah, I guess. I suppose he either wanted more female playable units or just really liked Metan. I think he, so FE6 has so many units that if you don't add extra units somehow, you will not be able to fill all the unit slots. That is the issue. And he decided to solve that by simply saying, okay, if we don't have enough units to fill the slots, I'm just gonna add one boss from every other FE game in, and that's that. And well, Engage was, no, just one of those. You'll see other characters as time progresses. Jeez. Right, he has the Steel Blade. I didn't really like it at first either, but I actually don't really mind it that much. It's cool to have a female fighter in FE6. And I'm not gonna say no to extra units, you know. Oh, Steel Blade versus Steel Blade, I just realized that, wow. Every other FE game, as in all of them, not... No, I think it is all of them. I don't think it's every other one, I think it's all of them. But it should say on the page, so don't quote me, quote the page. Sagoon. I haven't really been using Sagoon. There's so many units, it's hard to pick who to choose. They all seem very fun. Mr. Accardo, Popardo. I'm not quite sure who I'll give the Angelic Robe to. I think ZEPHIEL would be a good choice, but he will probably cap his HP regardless, so... I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. I just noticed Pickle Wendy, funniest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't remember when I did that. I think I did that during the Numberless playthrough, actually. But I just, you know... It just stuck. I still had it on the OBS display. It was just hidden before. So I was like, hell yeah, brother. Let's grab it. Oh, shit. Whatever. Accardo has only okay HP so far and terrible luck. More HP will prevent him from dying to crits. Fair assessment. Just heal Murdoch up. I think Accardo is going to be a strong contender for sure. It's probably going to be one of my big units throughout the run. Funnily enough, Rorts has much worse HP. Oh well. Either him or Rorts. I'm not quite sure if Rorts is gonna be good so far. But Accardo definitely is, so I think if I'm gonna give it to anyone, it's probably gonna be Accardo. Give Angelic Robe to Murdoch because he is Chad and will never fall off. I was considering it, but I want to see how his levels go. Oh, nice. Thorough level. Horse has crazy good stats so far, though. I wouldn't call them crazy good. They're certainly not bad. But they're not crazy good. I don't think light brands can crit, right? And they always do 10 damage. For an armor knight in FE6, armor knights are good in FE6. I mean, those stats are... I guess they're somewhat comparable to Barf. He's a little bit worse than everything, I think. Apart from maybe, like, resin luck. I guess you're right. Just 12 defense seems a little bit low. And I think I can get a tomahawk kill right there. Or rather, a kill for her. If Murdoch were to hit, that is. Ooh, wait, steel axe. Oh no, that's exact damage. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's gonna be exact damage. Well, that's not nice. Wait, I have an idea. Yeah, I know how to get out of this situation. What's this? Rescue Brunya. Oh shit! Wait, no. I think Randy can do it. Take, drop. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved. That could have gone bad. He would have been a dead man if I hadn't managed that. Oh, yeah, Gale exists.
Rage straight. Burn! I will tear you to shreds with my killing edge.
Actually uses light brand. Yeah, she can take it. Okay, he doesn't have crit when attacking from range. And it seems to always be 10 hit, 10 attack. Alright, weapon triangle doesn't count. It's actually good. Okay, Murdoch level, come on. Speed! Nice. I think I'll try to damage him more with Murdoch. It's probably my best bet here. And I'll try to build a couple more supports. Oh, these two can support already, nice. Oh, and ZEPHIEL Murdoch B. Nice. Better give Murdoch the angelic robe now. I'll consider it. I'll give it to somebody before chapter 7. Alright. Wow, that works.
No more.
Yep, you just got ZEPHIEL. Brunya had weapon triangle advantage. I'm aware. Okay, only speed, but that's still speed. So. Yeah, Kabul and Toril. Anima, it's full anima. Oh, I think they might actually have a weapon, not a weapon triangle, a triangle attack. Because they have the same affinity and there's 3 of them. I'm not gonna bother with those fucking brigands. Bye-bye. I don't understand why I should play chaperone for you puny men. But a man from the church that worships that fake deity Elimini is here. He and a soldier claiming to be of your army say they have information for you. Stand aside, Jan. Let them through.
Well met, Your Majesty. I'm Commander Wraith. Well, perhaps I should be more specific. If I may, we have information regarding the whereabouts of General Narshan.
Narshan? I'd forgotten about him. Where is he?
Taken captive, Your Highness. Currently, he is to spend the night in the castle of Therias Marcus. Then he will be taken to Ostia, where I expect he'll be publicly hanged.
As it were, we will keep going to Ostia.
Oh, well, actually, if...
My king, Theria's on the way to Austria. It will be unavoidable to pass through, and I would advise taking the place. Otherwise, we risk getting hit from behind when we engage the Ostians. Very well, Murdoch. In that case, let us not waste any time. What is the quickest way to Theria?
I know that we should continue west from this keep through another mountain pass. After that, I know the way.
Do you? Are you Lycian then?
Oh no, I am an Etrurian priest, Windham, at your service. I merely happen to be well-traveled. Theria in particular I know well. I wish to be helpful to you, my king. Etruria has not been kind to me.
I will take you at your word then. Join the men, you will accompany us.
Count this humble servant honor to be of assistance.
Murdoch, assemble the troops.
Damn it. That dastard completely overshadowed me. Rafe, you cat, this is why you've not been promoted yet. I must stop being so docile. I must seize the initiative and...
You, rookie, what are you doing? The king has ordered that all troops fall in line.
Forgive me, sir. On it, sir.
Make it quick now.
Who even was that?
Hello, it's me, Ruben, the creator of the hack. I just have a small message for you. I could not write proper support convos due to technical difficulties. To compensate from here on, optional conversations will become available. At the end of each chapter narration, you'll be shown the available optional talks. These are between characters already in your army and have no gameplay effects. Feel free to deploy the units, read the convo, and then restart if you like. Nothing else. Good luck going forward. Nice.
No time to grind. Donald is on the warpath.
After taking Windham, a former priest of Saint Elamine and a soldier of Bern into their ranks, ZEPHIEL and company entered Theria, southeast of Ostia. Theria is governed by Lord Oren, Hector's cousin. Oren's home castle seems well fortified, its dwellers prepared to defend it. As such, ZEPHIEL expects a long and arduous siege. However, unbeknownst to them, Theria is embroiled in turmoil. Conversations available, Tick and Rafe. So that's how the flavor texts works in this, instead of the supports. Only 10 units. We can do a quick unit review. ZEPHIEL's been okay, I suppose. Perez has been okay. Murdoch, he leveled speed. I just hope he levels defense a little bit more. Brunya's okay. Yada's okay. I mean, they all have their uses. Idun is surprisingly fast by now. Maybe I'll keep using her, actually. Gale exists. Pick is alright. Martella's really good. Good exists. Schwartz is pretty good. Akardo's the goat. Thorol is actually surprisingly useful. I think he just needs a little bit more strength and a little bit more speed to reliably double. But he's been useful so far. I didn't expect him to be this good. Kabul is just Thorol too. Randy's alright. I wish he was a little bit faster. Mitan exists. Let me check the supports. I don't think it shows all the supports. Yeah, like Martel, for example, is not shown here. This seems to be a bit bugged. That's unfortunate. I like using the support viewer to see who's to support up with each other. I guess I'm gonna have to, like, open it up in FE Builder or something. Did she get another one of those hard things? Let me see. No, it's just one. You are going insane. Gotta head out now. I think I'm actually gonna head out now as well. I'm feeling the tiredness slowly coming. And I think this would be a good point to stop. We got the early game done. So the next chapter will be this and then Ostia. And then we'll be kind of in the mid-game. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to end the first stream here. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Maybe because I haven't gotten the support yet. But Thoril and Kabul have gotten the support and they're not here either. I think it's just bugged. I'm gonna have to look it up manually. So I think that's a good way to end this stream for now. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. My mom's birthday is today. Okay, Callum. Well, send your mom happy regards from random German Fire Emblem YouTuber. You want. I send my warm regards. Have a good night, guys. See ya.